All right, boys, what's up? We're live. We did 9 hours with Jimmy the Bag, our guy. We hit the pick 5 for 1,000. We crushed it. We got Los Alamitos is in race 3. We can bet some quarter horses for anybody that wants to be a degenerate. Spread will be here. I think Big Man on Campus is going to stop by. I don't think Anthony will be here. Spread Astaire's girlfriend. Char, how are we today?
I am all right this evening.
Your technical difficulties delayed the start of the show. I don't hear you anymore. I don't hear you, and I hear me. It's all fucked. I don't hear you, and I hear me. It's all fucked. Hop out and hop back in because all I hear is myself, and it sounds awful. All right. I'm alone. All right, let me see if I can hear you now. Talk. And she's gone. Hop in and out. Yeah, your audio is completely fucked. All right, so we're off to a good start. So we got that going for us, which is always nice. Beach Boss, Ant, Diego, Kevin, Jay, a real trucker, my fucking guy, somewhere on the road right now in an 18-wheeler, crushing it. And I love Billions, by the way. One of my favorite shows ever. I love Axe, and I love The Fucking Lawyer, too. I'm a big Paul Giamatti guy. Love him. I guess I'll buy a program for Los Al. Jay, I'm still on a high from that pick 5, my dude. All right, I'm going to attempt to bring her back in. Let's see how this goes. All right, let me hear you. I can.
I'm all alone. Is that what you were singing while I was gone?
All right, now not. Why do I hear myself?
I have no idea.
Do you have headphones on?
I have a headset on.
Now I don't hear myself. Okay, now we're good. Don't move.
All right.
Stay exactly where you are.
I've heard that multiple times in my life.
Listen, that's a fucking whole can of worms that I don't feel comfortable talking about on this show. All right? I want you to leave that fucking baggage in the box behind you, okay?
All right.
So you made me cookies and you sent them to me from California and they were fucking delicious. I do have one problem though with the cookies. There were only 4. What am I going to do with 4 cookies? Do you see me? You see me on the other side of the camera? What the fuck am I going to do with 4 cookies?
All right. So I was slightly hungover.
Who does that? Who sends a cookie from California and sends 4? Like, I couldn't even get through a full glass of milk.
I know. All right, man. Look, I actually made you 16 cookies, but 4 of them were the chocolate dipped ones. All right. So the other ones, the dozen cookies were just the regular non-chocolate dipped. But I was slightly hungover when I went to the post office, and I only grabbed the chocolate dipped ones.
Wow.
So, and then by the time I got back, the kids had already got into the other cookies, and they had like mashed through at least half of them. And I was like, well,
I mean, but they were delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
They
you.
they were big. They were like not small cookies. They were in your defense. They were like pretty big.
Oh yeah, they're big cookies.
I'm not gonna lie. But Aaron says that the first 4 are free. Ryan says 4 cookies. That's just the tease. Exactly, bro. The fuck am I going to do with 4 cookies?
I was like, oh shit! I just paid like hella money to ship 4 cookies. That's what you get though when you're like half drunk and you go to the post office in the morning, I guess.
Beach Boys, eat them. Yeah, I guess you eat them. Yeah. So how was your week in this crazy world that we live in right now?
I was all right. My son sprained his ankle. I got him a BMX bike, and he was out there doing some tricks and sprained his ankle. That was super fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's all right though. He's pissed off at the world because he's never used crutches before, and he's equally pissed that I am forcing him, quote, to sit down. So
he'll get the ladies on the crutches, you know.
He'll get the ladies on the crutches.
Yeah,
he doesn't want a girlfriend.
The ladies, they sympathize with people walking around with crutches.
Said at least skimping on the postage.
At least the ones with hearts.
No, see, J.A. Real Trucker says I'm skimping on the postage. No, I did, the flat rate box. It would have been the same fucking price. No, my son, sorry, what you were saying? My son does not want a girlfriend. He had like one girlfriend and she cheated on him. Like, he's 10 years old.
What a little slut.
Oh, dude, I know. She was like 9 and he told me the story. He was so happy. He was like, Mom, I got a girlfriend. I was like, oh, do you now, baby? He said, yeah.
10 years old. How dare she?
I guess she walked up and straight just like planted a kiss on his friend's cheek when they were standing next to each other. And he just looked at her and he was like, I'm done.
I mean, my daughter's 12 and she's got a boyfriend and he's actually like a cute little pudgy kid that wears glasses. Like, he reminds me of me when I was 12. And I was like, you know what? He looks acceptable. He looks fucking lonely. He looks like he's not going to hurt you. I'll take it. All right. I said, but like, what are you doing? Like, are you just like holding hands or like, has the relationship progressed? And she's like, no, Dad, we're only holding hands. I was like, well, make sure you let me know before the relationship progresses. And she was like, okay, I'll do that. I said, all right, then we're good.
There you go. Parenting done right. You got to let them do their thing. Let them make their own little mistakes within reason.
Yeah.
I'm not a dad though, so like I know that it's a little bit more difficult for males when their daughters.
Well, I hope that she's a dyke when she grows up. I'm really hoping.
Man, you don't want that.
I'm really hoping for that. Not gonna lie.
Nah, like lesbians, like statistically, they have like way more abusive relationships than heterosexual relationships.
Well, I mean, I just feel better about her being a lesbian than penises.
She's gonna be all like mentally abused though.
Maybe she'll find a nice lady. You ever think about that?
Yeah, okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. So you know how chicks get with our emotions and our moods and our hormones and shit. Now I want you to double that and put 2 women in the same room and make them partners.
But the penises, I have a real problem with that part.
Well, make sure she gets a beta. You'll be all right.
So I don't know. So what else is going on in the world over there in California?
People protesting because our fuckboy governor doesn't want to reopen the state.
He is a fuckboy too. Like if I was gay, I'd give Gavin Newsom a shot.
Oh, he's such an asshole.
He's not a bad looking dude.
Such an asshole.
Why not? What else you gonna do?
No, like even the gay community hates him. You're like, no, not good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting the politically correct term is bull dagger. See, you're all fucked up again. I can't hear you. I'm hearing myself. You got to go out and I can't win. I can't win, boys. All right, let me buy this program right quick. For Los Al. What race are we on? Race 3. 3 scratched, 6 horse field. Kind of like the, I don't know what horse I like. I'm totally lying right now. Let me look at the program. All right, let me hear you. All right, now you're good. I don't know why that happens.
I don't know. Like I haven't moved at all. I messaged Brett though. That I'm telling him bring me some. Asking him if he can bring me some earbuds with a mic or something.
Beach Boss, did you have $1 on that or 50 cents? The pick 5, I had for 50 cents. The ticket cost $40, I think, and got back just under 1,000. So that's not bad. It was literally, you guys, I'm sure most of you were in that chat. I did not win one race today.
Right.
Not one race the entire day, except I did win the first 3 legs of that early pick 4, and then I made it, but I didn't have anything on any money on individual races. And then in the last leg of the pick 4, my horse finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So technically, that pick 5 was the only bet that I won the entire day. I was down like about 400 on the day and picked up like 1,000. So, I mean, I ended up winning like 600 on the day. We'll take it. We live to fight another day. On to tomorrow. We'll be hitting that Gulfstream fucking card hard. Miss J, what's up? That 2 killed me, bro. And you're right. You're absolutely right. That 2 killed me, and I thought about a hedge. And that was the last horse I left out of the final leg of the pick 4. And then I had to like take a walk for an hour. That's why my internet was fucking up, and I was like, I got to go take a walk. Fuck this. And then I bet that pick 5, and all is well in the world. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Me?
Yes.
You know, I tried doing horse betting online, and it was not fucking pretty. We'll put it that way.
It's not. It's a hard nut to crack. Big man on campus steps in. What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good, man. How was your day today?
So pretty good. How about you guys?
Good. You know, just another fucking day.
Yeah, I hear you.
What are you snacking on?
Carrots. Trying to eat healthy.
I have a hard time with. Are they raw carrots?
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't swallow raw carrots.
I eat them every night. I don't know. It's better than eating like cake or something, you know.
Sure. Although your late night cereal, bro.
I don't do that anymore.
I got to tell you though, I used to do that for a long time.
But see, the thing is, I don't eat cereal like everyone else. Like I eat like bran flakes. That's the kind of cereal I eat. So I'm actually trying to eat way healthier. So
good for you.
I'm up to a mile without stopping.
Running?
Yeah.
That's fucking great, bro. I couldn't run a mile right now.
Where's Spread at? He not coming in?
Yeah, he's coming in. He's on his way home. He's told me like 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
Anthony is Anthony.
In beef stew.
What'd you say?
I said I had carrots for dinner in my beef stew.
Soft.
Delicious.
Sonic Den J, how's Bitcoin treating you? Good, man. 9150 Bitcoin is right now. We got in at 6,000. So we're feeling good about it.
I'll tell you, man, getting money from the government is like pulling fucking teeth, man.
Why did you get your check?
No, I'm trying to apply for the PPP loan.
Oh, okay. There he is. Spread is stare.
What's up,
My
guys? How you doing?
God. How are we?
Good. How's everything going?
Good, man.
Pretty
Did
good.
you guys do good on the Arkansas Derby today?
I hit the
I
late
actually did
pick
okay.
5 for
Oh, cool.
1,000.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So it was a good way to close the Oaklawn meet.
Cool.
So what's going on out there in California?
Same stuff, right? Not much. Just I finally published that one article with the last word on sports.
I just saw it, and I'm about
Yeah.
to retweet it right now, bro.
Cool. Thanks, man. So theirs is different than ours. Like theirs, it goes through like almost like a like a computer editor, and it like judges like how you write. And so like I had a ton of problems right off the bat because one of the things it judges you on is it wants short sentences, and 65% of my sentences were longer than 20 words. So I had to spend so much time editing it. But I think
Wow.
overall it'll make me
A
a better
sentence not
writer.
supposed to have 20 words in it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some sentences where if you have a comma to finish
Yeah,
a
but
thought,
it becomes a run-on sooner or later.
Yeah.
sooner or later, that's true.
So that was kind
So
of fun though.
You
It's
like
weird having a
working-
computer edit it.
Do you like working for this outfit?
Yeah, I mean they seem so cool so far as my first one, and I was like at first I was kind of frustrated because I was like 65% of my sentences are too long. Like I might as well just rewrite the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
But then I went through and I did see where some were run-ons and then some of them I left. So but yeah, I mean other than that, been the same stuff. Our weather's nice out here.
Did you eat beef stew for dinner? I heard that
No,
the girl made some.
I'm
beef
having
stew.
that. I'm having that after the show. I'll go get it.
The kids said it's even better than last time, by the way.
Oh,
There you
okay, cool. Well, I grabbed a little before I left, so.
Well, you have the address, so
I really don't think that's a good idea. I mean, for as long as it took for the cookies to get there.
I mean, you know, if you want to be that way, you could.
It's gonna be rotten by the time it gets there.
Yeah, I guess 4-day-old beef stew would probably be shitty.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
you
I'm
guys
just
come
so
to
fucking hard. Fuck, man.
What are you trying to do?
Christ. It's fucking loan application, man.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for interrupting. My fault.
That's all good. So have you come to terms with your new backup quarterback yet, or are you still pissed about that?
Well, look, I mean, it's nothing I can do, but it's still a terrible decision. You know?
Yeah. It was a difficult decision to understand, man. I'm not going to lie.
The only thing I'm thinking is that, you know, like what did I read today? You know, Matt Moore came in for the Chiefs, right? And he won that one game when when Mahomes was out. Right. And if he loses that, then, you know, they fall out of the number 1 seed and, you know, they might have to go on the road in the first round. So, you know, backups might be more important.
But the thing is, nobody is expecting Jalen Hurts to come in and take them to the playoffs. It was just a bad, like, and the reasoning was stupid. Like,
what was the reason? I didn't see it, so obviously I don't have all the fun.
Like they want to make a quarterback factory or some dumb shit like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I didn't bet the third race at Los Alamitos, but I would have bet 2-4. But I'll start with the fourth race. So somebody in the chat says, "What's your issue with it? You're applying with your bank and SBA?"
No, it's not an issue. It's the fact that I need to produce everything I have, and it's just like there's no set place to go to find this shit. So I have to like add all the shit together basically. Because I have what's called a 1099K, which is like for PayPal or shit like that.
Right.
The thing is, I only have it for 2019. My business was only started beginning of October. So I need to go and reference the new one that they haven't sent me. So I have to basically get my own numbers and create my own numbers.
Got ya.
No, like banks are tough to get because they won't work with you under certain conditions. It's messy.
Who won that 4-horse one? 3-2. Spread. Did you like the draft? The Raiders.
Yeah, overall, I thought it was good. I mean, it kind of had some of the same issues as Jeff. Like, for example, Jeff on that Hurts pick. Like, if they take him in the 4th round, you're not mad at all, right? It's more where they took him, right?
No, I wouldn't have been worried about that. No, I felt like at the 2nd round, you could have got great talent that you screwed around with, you know?
Yeah, and I kind of felt that way about the Arnett pick, whereas, right, the whole big deal about the Mac trade was we got their 1, but we gave up our 2. Well, we could have got Arnett in the 2nd round with that pick, especially the Raiders being so high.
What was it? The Raiders? Were the Raiders the team that moved up to take the 8th ranked running cornerback off the board or something like that?
No. They just took a guy that was way early.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Kuiper said that he had him like his 8th best cornerback.
Yeah, Arnett, he probably did. He wasn't even in like so for that day, you know how they kept cutting everyone in their families, like Henry Ruggs was in his robe?
Yeah.
So they for the first night, they had like the top 50 something guys, you know, that they thought were going to get picked, have webcams or whatever set up. They didn't even set him up because they didn't think he was going day 1 at all, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it was just a major reach.
Yeah. So, but overall, I think it was good. I like the 3rd and 4th round picks. I like that Edwards kid out of South Carolina.
Yeah, Brian.
He could be a stud. It'll be interesting. They picked the kid out of Kentucky, but they're going to put him at running back. Did you see that, Jeff? I figure you guys know more about him than I do. Bowden.
Oh, Terry Bowden. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I like the Robertson kid that they picked in the 4th round at the corner.
Yeah.
So, that was a pretty good job.
I went back and looked at all the picks that the Jets made. I think they did pretty well.
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to be a sneaky good team this year. It really comes down to Darnold, right?
Yes.
I mean, if he steps up and becomes the player he's supposed to be. You know, it's funny. I was listening to a podcast when I was driving over here, and they're talking about, like, you know, everyone just makes excuses for him left and right. You know, like at a certain point, he's going to have to step up, you know.
The only player that they took that I didn't really know much about was the running back out of Florida.
Yeah, I had it. I wanted the Eagles to take him, Piron.
Do you like him, Jeff?
I like him.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He see, the Eagles have a problem with, they have a lot of just like scat backs out of the backfield that are quick and shifty. I wanted more of like a beefier player that can, you know, hit you. You know, he's tough to bring down, that kind of thing. And they don't have that. So yeah, I like him a lot. I was hoping they would have got him, but the Jets ended up taking him. So yeah, I like that pick for sure.
Yeah, I like the 6-2, actually, Ant. I like the 6 and the 4th race.
Anthony
too.
Larson, where's he at?
No, guy in the chat, Ant Sorrow. Larson said that if we do a show tomorrow later in the day, that he'll come on.
Well, I got something to talk about. I was wanting Larson to hear, but I guess if he's on tomorrow, I can hear about it. So,
what do you got?
I was on Reddit today, right? And do you remember that documentary you were telling us about, Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yes.
There's like a copycat right now. And she's going on Omegle and TikTok. And she's like skinning cats alive and stuff.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, there's this huge it's almost like in the show. Wasn't there like a Facebook group trying to find the Luca guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the same thing going on right now where they're all trying to find her. Like they thought they had her address, it wasn't right.
Did you watch? So did you watch the full documentary?
I've seen like the first couple episodes, so I know what's going on.
How sick is that? How sick is that documentary?
Yeah, and it's just so crazy that there's like a copycat now, and they're all trying to find her again.
Oh my God, I'm submitted successfully. Holy shit.
There you go.
Fucking Christ, finally.
Shar, did you watch that documentary? Don't fuck with cats.
I didn't. I probably should though. Did you actually watch it, Fred?
I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. I turned it off after a while. It upset me.
I don't know if I could.
Jay, I'm gonna set a preamble here.
What's that,
Don't
buddy?
tell the guy and the girl that we're talking to right now what the show is, because I swear, if somebody tells me the ending, I'm gonna flip. But
No,
I'm almost done with my show.
Oh, the show that we were talking about the other day?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'm sure Char's seen it already, but
I found it enjoyable. I thought it was a good show.
I'll put it in the private chat. I'm so worried.
You know what really
Rambo Last Blood.
Aren't
you know?
Okay, I've never seen that.
Shit, I almost said it. Private chat. There it is.
A really underrated Netflix show I thought was Bloodline. It was only 3 seasons.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that show a lot, man, but it was only 3 seasons.
Have you seen the new historical one that's on there, the Last Kingdom?
I have not.
Okay, that's a fun one if you're looking for something new. I've seen the first 2, and then they just put a season 3 out.
Has everybody watched Orphan Black?
Mm-mm.
No, I've never. No.
Oh my God, it's one of the greatest shows ever.
And that's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could watch it on Netflix. Yeah, it's so good, dude. So good.
Oh, Jeff, since I've seen you, I rewatched The Wire.
Yeah, I'm watching it again right now for like the 8,000th time.
Yeah, so season 2.
Yeah.
Is Ziggy one of the most unlikable characters in like the history of television?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like him. I think have you've seen the show or no?
Yeah, I mean, it was like my third time watching it.
I think he gets like really, like I like him a lot more towards the end of the season. But yeah, I can understand why people don't like him. I don't actually mind him. I think he's actually kind of good comedic relief to the show, and I think he plays like a spoiled son well.
Yeah,
I think he plays that part well. So I don't put him in like the Janice Soprano territory.
Really? So I was gonna put an upper with the Skylar on Breaking Bad. Bad?
I don't even go that high.
I got to the point because I've seen it before. Like when he would come on, that was when I planned it. Like, okay, that's what I'm gonna get up and go to the kitchen. Like that's when I'll.
Damn, you really hate him. Yeah, I got to tell you, I didn't hate him that much. To be honest.
Yeah, it was just tough for me to watch. Maybe because like they do make Frank kind of a sympathetic character.
Yeah,
and then you just start feeling so bad for him. Like when he's doing stupid stuff, like lighting money on fire in the bar, and then you see Frank in the background just like.
Yeah, I again, like I think there's like a meaning to every character. So
yeah,
like I connected, like if you notice throughout the show, the most meaningful scene is the chess scene where they're playing chess.
At the very beginning?
Yeah, and if you watch the show, it basically emphasizes that throughout the show that there are pawns, kings.
Yeah.
All that. But no, I think Ziggy kind of portrays that, that son that I think means well, but he's maybe not all there, and he's just kind of spoiled. And then he ends up doing something that really fucks with him. But so you've seen the scene where like at the end where he's in jail and his dad comes and visits him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that scene's really well done too.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, because I think Frank Sabatka, I would put him on my like top 10 character list. It's like underrated characters.
Yeah, and I think that's why I hated Ziggy so much because it's like I'm like cringing, when he's like bringing that duck into the bar with like diamonds around his neck.
I found that to be kind of fun. I
found it to be kind of fun. Frank guy, I would be like, what did I do wrong with my life?
But I also find it funny that,
this?
But his dad is disgusted with him all the time.
Yeah. So I mean,
Like,
I do understand why they're doing it. It does seem he got annoying to me though, you know.
but he had a crazy AJ Soprano vibe to him though. Like a lot of the shit he
Yeah.
did, like AJ did, and Frank and Tony were always like disgusted with him.
Yeah.
I don't
You know
know.
what's funny is I thought at the beginning too in season 1, and it gets away from this, you know, as they move him up. But I thought D'Angelo had kind of like a Christopher Moltisanti vibe.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
he's
I mean,
kind of like screwing shit up, but they let him go because he's family.
yeah. I think he's like probably like a little less reckless version, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's. There's actually a lot of correlations to both shows.
Oh, Flash.
You like The Wire, right, Jay?
I've only watched the first 2 seasons, but from what I watched, yeah, I liked it. It was good.
The crazy thing about that, Jay, is like the best 2 seasons are 3 and 4. Like,
yeah, I'll pick it back up.
Like they're elite.
Yeah, and then 5, it's cool because it's The Wire, but it's like way worse than the first 4 seasons.
I like McNulty, the cop.
Yeah,
I
they
think
did a good job with him.
Yeah, I think he's probably the best character in the show.
Yeah,
And I like I don't know his name, but Idris Elba's
sure.
Bell.
Yeah, his character's awesome.
Yeah, I did this blog spread, and it's like it's probably the best thing I've ever written. It's my top 10 favorite characters in The Wire, not named Omar or McNulty.
Right, because those two everyone likes, right?
Yeah, and I basically did like just a soliloquy of every character.
All right, well, if you can find it, send me a link because I'd love to read it.
Damn, you never saw a single episode of the show, really?
I've never seen a single episode. It was
Of
kind
the show I mentioned, or
yeah.
No,
I think you would like it. All girls seem to like it. I feel like.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I refuse to watch it because
Okay.
normally when females like a show, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna like.
I
it.
will say though, like I didn't think I would like it either, but it's I think it's kind of like something I'm into. So I don't know. I like it. I mean, it's not the greatest show I've ever seen, but
Well, I watch other stuff. I watch anime and Witcher and Vikings. Vikings.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
probably
Flash
way
Gordon. That was like the best show on the planet. Oh, and Spartacus.
I hate to be square, but I don't see anybody beating the 6 horse, so I'm taking the 6. That's 7-5.
Well, I guess maybe I should watch The Wire spread. He's been trying to get me to watch it for about 2 weeks.
Well,
it's the great.
And I almost don't even want to say it because they're gonna like blow up on you. But when we haven't even finished The Sopranos yet, we got to do that.
Supposed to say that.
Oh,
I was like,
I
Jay's
mean,
gonna be so upset.
You should not be
I
allowed.
mean, that's
You shouldn't be allowed on the show anymore after that.
yeah, that should be immediate removal from the show.
Yeah.
But Jay, not for nothing, Jay. Like Jay stopped watching The Wire after
Don't
season 2.
break my balls.
That's just this week.
Yeah,
No.
I know. I can't imagine doing it. Like I remember, like just seeing like I have to see what happens next. You know,
The Wire's the best show ever. It's not even close.
Just this week? Come on, man.
What happened?
I said just this week as not watching The Sopranos?
I mean, it is. I mean, they're both very good shows. So it's like, I mean, just because like those 2 shows, those 2 seasons you didn't watch are like the best, probably any season of any show.
How many seasons is it?
5.
Okay.
But you can skip 5. I mean,
No,
it's all right.
you can't, dude.
I guess
5's
you can.
pretty good. I think. I like the whole like serial killer idea.
See, I didn't like the serial killer thing, and then I didn't like the newspaper aspect either.
Because it shows how much of a degenerate McNulty really is.
Yeah, that's true.
In the newspaper thing, the creator of the show was a newspaper writer. So
yeah,
like my whole thing was I found it fascinating that what media goes to report a story,
Yeah. And obviously things are different then, right? I mean, like right now in like 2020, like the guy that gets his facts wrong, like no one would even care about that. Like that's a relic of old eras, like
I heard
fact checking. And
I heard the creator talk about like that in a piece one time. He was talking about how like he would write like these anthologies about like the drug war. And then someone would come along and write a puff piece, and it would win a Nobel or like a Pulitzer Prize. And no one seemed to want to understand the actual problems. They just wanted to kind of like work around the problems.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it kind of relates to today because the media will do really anything they can to like puff stories up and make them be like bigger than they are.
So is that why they had that one writer do the story on Bubbles? Was that supposed to be like the parallel?
Well, no, I think his whole thing was like they were trying to show that the guys that actually do it the right way in a way are either unnoticed for a while or they're never discovered. And if you notice, like the guy, like the lead editor, he ends up obviously like losing his job.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't willing to play the game.
Right.
And the whole show is about playing the game. It's the game. You can't fuck with the game. And if you try to fuck with the game, you'll be dealt with quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's just so many different, I think, correlations to things, but yeah.
So is The Wire better than Sopranos?
Listen, I think they're both on a different level than anything else. I would slightly grade The Wire above Sopranos just because I think Sopranos went too long. The Wire was just right as far as 5 seasons. When The Sopranos started getting into some things that are kind of off the beaten path, like the whole like Jay, like the Cleaver movie and stuff, like that stuff just started getting.
Yeah.
Like and like the Vito thing kind of got a little too lengthy, and like I just thought it was too long a show personally. But
yeah, I agree with that. I think it could have been a season shorter, maybe.
But again, I'm not gonna knock, the show. Like they're both elite.
So you know what I started again this week that I watched before? I never finished it though, and I thought I'd get back into it, but I couldn't. Was Mad Men. Did you guys ever watch that?
I've never seen that actually.
I've watched actually about a year ago. Spread. I watched every episode just because it was so big. It was such a part of pop culture while it was happening.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I need to watch this show. I watched the whole thing. I didn't really like the finale all that much, but I mean, I watched it all. Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, because it's like I remember it and it was cool. Like I wasn't like, oh, this sucks, but it never got me to the point where I'm like, oh, I have to see the next episode. It's like, oh, that was cool. Which is funny because I remember really being into it the first time I watched it. So kind of surprised me that I didn't enjoy it as much.
So I'm seeing an underlying theme for all these television shows that you guys like.
What's that?
But,
they're all elite.
No. Do you guys like any sci-fi television shows or anything like that?
You're talking to a guy that's never seen Star Wars, so that's a bad question to me.
Can you imagine that? Like Jeff is the last person in the United States that's never seen Star Wars.
I actually will make this clear. I will not watch anything that is fiction. I just hate it.
I mean,
I
I
need nonfiction. Yes, I need like realistic. Like I hate like I don't like even Breaking Bad to me was a good show, but it was way too fake. It would never happen.
Oh, it was so good. Breaking Bad is
it's very good, but like I don't know. I hate fiction.
I kind of got that too, where it's like I love the show and obviously I want to watch every episode, but like when people say it's better than Sopranos or The Wire, it's hard for me because it's so.
It is elite though.
Yeah, it is. But like Sopranos, you can see that stuff really happening, right? The Wire, you can see it really happening.
And that was one of my knocks. Like I love Sons of Anarchy. I like the show a lot.
Again, another elite.
But a very unrealistic show. I mean, very unrealistic.
The Sopranos, like it really captures a snapshot of anybody that wants to see inside an American Italian family minus the murdering. It's the Sopranos. I grew up and I could have grown up in that house minus the murders.
And that's one of the reasons I think Sopranos, Breaking Bad, The Wire, they're all above like Sons of Anarchy and shows like that. Because Sons of Anarchy never got out of the plot. Like they never got into like the personal lives really of anyone. Like Sopranos delved into stuff that we actually do. We eat ice cream at night. We exercise. Like Sons of Anarchy was always something like out of the like crazy
extreme. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and it was like a cable show.
Yep.
Sons of Anarchy was like a soap opera. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I
Yeah,
loved
it never
the,
ended
I
either.
loved the show, but it was like it just kept.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap!
So
Yeah, it got it got more hard to believe as the thing
Yeah,
went
they
on.
made Jax
Yeah.
like a superhero.
Yeah, like he would
Like-
never die. He
Yeah,
always seemed like
he could like
avoid,
fight like 7 people at the same time, and like he's
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
win.
they did that for a reason too, because he came as because-
right, and like he was the main character.
So
and
Jeff, you never watched because I know you like HBO shows. You never watched True Blood or Game of
No.
Thrones, anything
No.
like that?
no,
You didn't watch Game of Thrones?
no.
Yeah, Game of
Honestly-
Thrones is the first 4 seasons.
Have you
Yeah.
guys ever seen
Good.
Oz?
Yeah, of course. I've seen
I haven't
it.
watched it actually.
Yeah, that's a really like graphic show, but I thought that was really like the go-to. Like that created like HBO TV. I thought.
Right.
But it's pretty graphic as far as like.
I think that the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones is right up there with. I mean, it's fiction, but it's so good, man.
It's just the way they ended it, like ruined it. Like
Oh,
because
terrible.
because it's like you don't even want to rewatch, And you know what's
Yeah.
so funny is they rushed it because they wanted to do a new Star Wars trilogy, and then the season was so bad. Star Wars was like, you know what, we don't want to have you because now your guys' names, there's so much backlash against you guys. Like we're not gonna put out a movie with you guys because people will be protesting just off how bad Game of Thrones was.
Anything after season 5 of Game of Thrones is mediocre.
Yeah.
Lucifer wasn't a bad show. I'm looking at the chat and there's a couple of people mentioning it.
I
It
never
wasn't bad.
watched.
Lucifer.
I never
Yeah.
watched.
Fun, right?
It's pretty fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, it is a different take on him. So yeah, I didn't mind it. Pretty good.
I like Star Wars. I never got into Star Trek. I like the creator of Family Guy. What's his name? Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, his Star Trek spoof. I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Never got into Star Trek though. Anthony's into all that shit though.
You know what's funny? That's another one that like I loved as a kid, Star Trek, and I went back and like tried to rewatch it recently, and I had problems. It had problems keeping my attention. Yeah, Boston Nick's got a point. He says if the ending was different, it could have trumped Sopranos, and that I think it's true because they were setting it up so well, but it was just, almost like Lost. Like they had so much, built up, where so many fan theories that people were just upset that this what they happened and what they wanted to happen didn't.
Yeah, I lost interest in Lost right about the time they came out with Smoke Monster. It was really
That was like season 1.
I know.
Oh, okay. That's fair then.
You know what?
That's fair.
I agree.
Most people say like way later. That's why it surprised me that you said
No,
that.
it was the Smoke
Because
Monster.
most people got lost around like 4 or 5.
I
think
loved
that's
how
right.
it was realistic, and then they came out with like this, it was all these different twists and
Yeah.
turns, and it was like a smoke monster.
The
Like,
first episode of Lost might be the best first episode to any season of anything ever.
oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it's real good.
right off the bat.
But it's all downhill from there.
Really, I loved it. I thought it was so good until the last season.
I watched the first 2 seasons of Mr. Robot, but I'll tell you, man, the second season is mediocre.
Yeah, I quit second season too.
It's mediocre.
I thought the first season was really good.
Have you guys watched Power? My sister actually
I've watched.
watches the chick's son, but no, I've never watched it.
What do you think, Jeff? Is it worth it?
I like it. It's another show that's. I mean, you talk about incredibly long. It's incredibly long. Like that. It's okay. I mean, I don't put it like anywhere near like even Entourage. I don't
Isn't it
think
as good?
that.
Oh, do you like Entourage? That's a good one. We haven't
I
talked
like
about that
it.
one ever.
Again, I think it's like
It's fun.
Yeah, it's like a mid-tier show. Like it's like where I would have Orange Is the New Black and like shows like that.
Yeah, that's why I always said that Ballers is Entourage with sports.
Oh,
Yeah, the only thing that sucked about Entourage was it was a half an hour long.
Yeah, that was the thing about it that sucked. Like that would have been a good show to binge. Like if they could have did it again, it would have been a great show to like binge
Yeah.
because you could just watch it so quickly.
Did you like the movie?
never saw it.
I didn't think it was necessarily needed, probably, but
I love Jeremy Piven's character in that show.
Yeah, he carries the show.
Yeah.
Is the Sopranos movie coming out?
The prequel, I think.
What's it?
yeah, prequel,
Saints?
the
Saints?
one, the one before, like
And
it
it's
would have
gonna
been
have
like,
Tony's dad, right?
yeah, it would have been like Tony as a kid.
Yeah.
I love Billions.
Yeah,
Big
I'm not a,
fan.
Yeah, I saw Jeff. You were tweeting about it. You don't like it. I love it too.
I just, I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of tired, to be honest. Like,
Why?
I don't know. Like, it just got like.
Did you like the first couple seasons?
I
at
thought the
least?
first couple seasons were good, but then it
Yeah.
got like too like I almost think you need like a fucking PhD to watch the show. Like,
Well, and the other thing with that show is like, how much stuff can they really do?
that's
Like, how many companies can he take over? You know, how
And
many?
like when him and like Chuck Rhodes started to become friends, I was just like out.
Yeah.
Because like I thought they were good protagonists and antagonists.
Yeah.
Like it just got lame, you know. And then like he ran for governor and shit. It just got like stupid.
Yeah, I thought they
I'm a-
kind of overdid the Wendy. Like, I don't think that they needed.
I'm a
to have her.
big fan of Chuck's wife.
She's
hot,
awesome, but I'm just saying that I don't think they needed the love triangle, like, because it kind of made it, you know, when Jeff talks about being unrealistic, it's like, okay, now we're kind of getting into unrealistic territory, you know, like,
Yeah.
as far as, he's married to the lady who works for the wife he's investigating. Like, there's no way, like, you wouldn't even be able to do like 1 second on the case. Like, they'd be like, no, you can't investigate your wife's company. You know?
Yeah, it just got a little too like.
But I love it. Like, that being said, like, now it's just kind of more like almost like Entourage for me, where it's like it's not like a realistic show, but it's still fun to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, funny watching those old shows though. I forgot that Wags from Billions is the editor in The Wire.
Yeah, he's in The Wire. He's also in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's the
He's that Gail Bedecker guy.
yeah. And then Tara from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
is in, she's
She's
in Mad Men season 1. I forgot that.
And she's also Wendy from Billions.
Yeah, and Wendy and Billions. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's kind of fun to rewatch.
There's so many like mix and match characters. Like if you watch Sopranos, you'll see like
yeah.
Wire characters and Oz characters and
Yeah, you know what's funny on the rewatch is I didn't realize that was Michael B. Jordan playing Wallace.
oh
Like,
yeah,
how
he's
he
so-
grew up. Like
yeah,
rewatch
he's-
because you have no
he's so
idea who he
young.
is then. That's so crazy.
yeah, he's so young.
Yeah,
Did you like Nurse Jackie?
I never watched that one. Was it good?
I never watched it.
Oh, okay.
It's Edie Falco. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Dalton's a backup quarterback for the Cowboys, huh?
Oh, he
Yeah.
signed with the Cowboys?
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy. I thought he might go to I thought he might go to New England. Did they trade him or they released him, huh?
Yeah.
Where do you think Cam ends up? I'm surprised he hasn't got signed yet.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
Think he's just sit the year out?
I mean, it seems like nobody wants him really.
Do you think it's like that starter thing, like because he wants to be a starter?
Yeah.
Kind of
I
like
think-
Iverson, right? Remember when Iverson, like he probably could play another 5 years in the league, but he didn't want to come off the bench.
And wow.
So it's just like, okay, we're done with you.
He felt like he was still a starter.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting the same vibe with Newton right now, you know, where it's like, you know, if you just said the right things, like you can play for a while longer, you know. If you just said, I'm willing to come here, I'll take any role. I just want to help the team win. You know, I'm
That's
sure
what
lots of people would
That's
sign
what
him.
Jameis Winston basically did.
Did you see he only got $1.1 million?
Yeah, I was hoping the Eagles would have signed him.
Isn't that crazy that like before, you know, if I told you at this time last year that Tannehill will be making more money than Jameis Winston next year, you'd be like, no way. Tannehill is a back, you know, barely went to Tennessee, you know, on a small contract, and now he's got a huge contract.
He probably took it because if this is Drew Brees' last year, he may have an inside track to getting that job.
Oh yeah, I mean that's for sure the reason he took it. It's actually pretty smart if you think about it.
Yeah.
They give him time to rehab his image, work with the new players. I mean, you know,
That's got to be the best move by any team this offseason.
do you think so?
Getting him for $1 million? Yeah.
The NBA is considering Disney World, huh? As a venue.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do.
Interesting. Sorry, I'm reading Astros news.
Little Mickey
Oh.
Mouse while you're watching the game.
Did you
Not
see?
bad.
Did you see how that they're going to suggest doing baseball now
No.
with 3 different pods?
And at their own stadiums.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet. I would love that.
Yeah, right now I think the plan for the NBA is to get back in the middle of June to practice and try and start up on 4th of July.
Yeah, they got to go to Disney World. That would be sweet.
Yeah, there's a guy that I follow as a Celtics writer, and he used to work for Disney World, and he did a real in-depth piece on why it would be perfect, and obviously, he knows the insides and outs of the whole park, but, for them to, have like a completely quarantined area with no one going in and out, like Disney World's perfect.
Yeah, I think that would be sweet. I think they should definitely do that.
So I'm worried about college football, to be honest, because I'm hearing rumors the NFL might get pushed back.
Nah, I mean, I think 26 Division I programs have already stated that they're going to start school on time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess Georgia is, right?
Like, I'm not like a big fan of this guy, but like, I have to admit, like, I'm going to say this right now. I'm not a big fan of this guy. I'll make it clear. But during the coronavirus, he's been real good and on point with shit. Clay Travis. He was talking about on his website, he has all the schools. And there are a lot of them like SEC, Big 12, Pac 12.
Well, because Georgia opened back up already. Texas opens up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be a fan of Ron DeSantis, but I am right now for the UFC being able to be in Florida.
Yeah. It's definitely good.
So are they going to give us 3 weeks in a row of UFC?
They're going to give us 4 events in a week.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't see all that.
It's going to be the 9th, 13th, 16th, and 23rd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man.
NASCAR's coming back too.
Yep, and it's going to be 11 races in 7 days, I think.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
So do you think that's going to make it harder for you to handicap or easier?
No, it's only going to be at 2 tracks. They're gonna have 2 races, 2 Cup races at Darlington, 2 Cup races at Charlotte, and then the rest are Xfinity Series and Truck Series. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
But so on the same track, will that make it easier for you to cap then? Because like some of your information will hold over,
it should make the second Darlington race and the second race at Charlotte a little easier based on the performance of how the first race goes. But the Coca-Cola 600 is the longest race of the year. That's still going to be on Memorial Day weekend. They're keeping it there. So I'm excited. We should make money.
Cool. Yeah, it's about that time because what we got.
Last year we won 29 out of 37 races on the show.
Yeah, because next week this time we'll be doing a fight cast, right? I mean, is that close?
Yeah, Saturday, yeah.
Okay, cool. How much prep work have you done for that?
I watched about 20 hours worth of tape so far. What's going to suck is as soon as the 9th, the first night is over, only going to have like 3 days to watch all the tape for the event on the 13th. But they finally released the schedule. Mm-hmm. So we know who's fighting on what night. That makes
it start earlier.
Yeah. So far, the only bet that I've made is I dropped a bomb on Henry Cejudo. So far, that's it.
Who's he facing?
Dominic Cruz off a 4.5-year layoff.
Oh, gosh. I remember betting him off a layoff before. That was terrible. Did he come back off the layoff to beat Dillashaw? And I'm pretty sure I had Dillashaw in that fight, and then I went the wrong way. Then I took Dominic Cruz.
He hasn't won since April of 2016.
Against Garbrandt, right? No, I mean against
No, he
Dillashaw.
lost to Cody.
Yeah, because he beat Dillashaw, right? And then Cody beat him, and then everyone thought Cody was going to be super good, and then Cody just pretty much didn't do anything after that fight.
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities, I think, to make money though on the card.
Is Cody still fighting?
Yeah, bro, but his chin is gone.
Oh, he got the CTE.
Knocked out by Dillashaw twice.
Yeah,
He Pedro Munoz knocked him out. His chin's gone.
that sucks. Yeah, that's the only good thing about this quarantine. I'm actually like taking like my like fitness seriously. I think I'm gonna do start training again when this is all over. Get
That's
back
awesome.
in shape. So it's one good thing because I was kind of like getting like half-assing all my workouts and stuff, and I didn't really trust my shoulder. But now I've like been spending a lot of time on it, so I'm like, cool, that'll be fun. And that always made me a better MMA gambler. Just talking to the guys in the gym. You know, because a lot of them, that's the only sport they watch, you know.
That piece of shit Greg Hardy's fighting on Saturday.
Oh, really? Who's he fighting?
I forget. Hold on.
He's kind of better than we thought we would be, right? Because most football players come in and they're terrible, right?
Well, they have given him tomato cans for the first 3 fights. Yeah, he's fighting Jorgen De Castro.
Okay, I don't know him.
Jeremy Stevens, Calvin Kattar, going to be a great fight, even though I think Calvin Kattar should get the job done easily. Francis Ngannou and Rosenstruck, what a fucking war!
You're going to bet on that one?
Yeah, I'm really close to taking the dog money on Rosenstruck.
Okay, I usually stay away from those fights because I just figure like
he shouldn't
cap
be
it all you want.
He you know, he just should.
I guess if you do, you should be taking the dogs. But I just hate those heavyweight fights because you can cap them and find weaknesses, and then one punch like pretty much eliminates everything. You know.
Listen, Francis Ngannou, should be the favorite, and I give him the edge. But there's no way that guy should be plus 280. No way.
Yeah. Oh, what is it on? Because I canceled my cable. Is it about time for me to fire it back up?
I think it's going to be ESPN Plus for the early prelims.
Okay, well, I still have that.
Then ESPN on television for the regular prelims. And then we'll stream the main event, the main card.
Oh, well, if I'm streaming anyways, I'll just stream the whole way.
I mean, Rosenstruck tore Alistair Overeem's face in half.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was crazy, bro. You're telling me he can't hit the button and do that to Ngannou? Of course he can.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm pretty excited to get back and actually handicap some sports because the draft is cool, but it's not the same, you know.
I think the hardest fight on the card is the main event. This Tony Ferguson Justin Gaethje fight. What a fight, man! That's gonna be.
Yeah, even though the odds don't say it, it's hard for me not to take Ferguson. Although I know if you're strictly looking at the numbers, the number probably says
I think I feel the same way as you.
Mm-mm.
My worry is Gaethje is live in the first 2 rounds, and I mean like really live. I think the second they get to round 3, because of Tony Ferguson's cardio, I think the fight drastically favors him.
That's actually not a bad opportunity then, right? We could just stay off it, and then, you know, if Gaethje does well the first couple rounds, Ferguson live in round 3. And if not, you know, and if Ferguson gets knocked out or Ferguson's just styling on him, then we just, no bet on the main event. Hopefully we're already up for the night at that point.
That's not a terrible idea. Bro, the prelims have Anthony Pettis, Donald Cerrone, Alexei Olenek, Fabricio Verdum, Karate Hottie, Michelle Waterson against Carla Esparza, and Uriah Hall against Jacare Souza. That's like
when Uriah Hall was on that show, I thought he was gonna be like the best fighder ever. Do you remember when he was on the TUF show, Uriah Hall?
Oh yeah,
and he was just starching everyone in like less than 30 seconds. You're like, this guy's gonna kill it when he gets to the UFC, you know?
For a regular UFC fight night, that would be the main card.
Yeah.
This
Well, it
this
makes
card
sense. They're
is
trying to make
stacked.
up for lost time, and then I'm sure a lot of these guys, right? I mean, they're not sitting around with guaranteed money. I mean, I'm sure they're calling Dana like, "Get me on the card. Like, I need money."
Yeah, you're right,
So,
bro. The ESPN Plus early prelim main fight is Vicente Luque Nico Price, which could be on a main card of the UFC Fight Night.
yeah.
I can't wait, bro. We're gonna fucking bank on Saturday night.
Ilsa, will you bring?
We're gonna make some money.
What time is that one starting? Because I get no Saturday afternoon nap that day.
We will be. It starts at 6, so we'll probably come on at 5:30.
Okay, cool. I'll be ready. Oh, you got the little kitten on there?
Mm-hmm. Hello.
There you go. Ratings are going to go
Oh,
up.
she smells the beef stew. She's trying to.
Oh.
Whoa, she's so small.
Yeah, she has cats that can't even leave yet. They're still feeding off their mom.
I skeeve cats.
She's 6 weeks old. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I do too.
That cat's cute though. Like little kittens are cute. Yo, did you guys see that?
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
The
This is
CDC.
the one I'm trying to
What?
get to go to spread.
Take it, Fred.
Yeah, I probably will. I have 2 already. I don't want to have too many.
Did you guys see the CDC put out their official death numbers for coronavirus?
No.
What did they say?
And they're like 30,000 less than the one reported.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I saw that today, and like it was CDC letterhead, and I'm trying to like verify that it was actually from them. But different.
I did see that my area is the least, had the least amount of cases per capita of any city above 100,000 people. So I was
Wow,
pretty
really?
excited about that. In Sacramento, yeah, it was like Sacramento was the lowest, and Portland was the second lowest, and I think San Antonio was the third lowest.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I just think we're pretty spread out here, you know. So I think that's probably why.
Yeah. Where the hell is that? I gotta find that. All right, mortality reporting. Here's this. Okay, updated daily, Monday through Friday. Provisional death counts for coronavirus.
Jeff,
Makes you wonder though. Would they have changed those numbers had it not come out?
I
Uh,
read a stat that said Nassau and Westchester County combined have more deaths than the entire state of Texas and Florida. I mean, Texas and California.
yeah, I believe that. I mean, New York has been like, without New York, we wouldn't have virtually any issue. But
Our sports kick chat, bro, has turned into a complete conspiracy theory set. Between Dave and Anthony, like they are like balls deep.
I mean, explain this though. Like,
and like they don't believe the numbers. The numbers are complete bullshit.
Well, no, I'm trying to wonder about these numbers now as well, because according to the CDC website, between February 1st and May 1st, 3-month period, it says 37,000 people have died. So how the fuck is it so different than the one that CNN's reporting?
I don't know. I can't answer that. All I know is
from
good.
No, in that time period, deaths from all causes, so all cause of death. How many people do you think have died in this country from February 1st to May 1st?
1 million, or maybe 500,000.
719,438. Now, this is interesting. 64,000 were from pneumonia. Influenza, 5,800. Pneumonia, influenza, or COVID, 90,000. So How is that? No, how is 37? How is that so different than the one reported? It's like 30,000 less.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is Ant sent me a message and was like, "When did the sports keg chat become like a conspiracy theory
What do you
chat?"
mean it's conspiracy? Like when? Like what are they
Like,
saying?
Every
Like-
day, like, because I haven't been on Twitter that much, so every time I log on, because I've only been going on maybe once or twice a day, like there's like 60 unread messages, and then half of them are like YouTube videos that are
yeah,
like,
Dave and Seth dropping like YouTube videos of just the craziest shit in the world.
yeah,
Oh, so you mean like a private chat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought you meant like a YouTube channel. I'm like,
No,
what do you mean?
no, yeah.
No, like our DM chat on Twitter.
Like what would it be conspiracy about it? Like what would the conspiracy be?
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know that, but I know Dave thinks that the numbers are just like the WHO.
Oh yeah, the WHO is crooked. But like I could see this being like a ploy to get Donald Trump out of office, but I don't know how like it would like how would the whole world connect to that, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, but I just said to Ann, I'm like, everybody's bored. When sports
Yeah.
come back, we'll be back to normal.
I still have to think though, like I still think that the death numbers, like I think that the CDC actually reports how many people have actually died from coronavirus, not like deaths reported that are like you get in a car accident, you might have had corona and you die from corona.
Right, and that's what a lot of these conspiracies are going off of. That they're saying that basically like people were getting marked down on Corona, and then people are coming out saying like, no, that was my aunt. Like she had all these other problems, you know.
Or like they were saying, like someone died from coronavirus and they weren't even tested for coronavirus.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just, it seems fishy. Yeah, I'm sure Anthony has all sort of
what would the end
conspiracies.
game be? Because I've actually thought about this a little bit too. You know, like why would they doctor these numbers so much? What is this numbers game about?
Because I think the go
thrown out. You know, perhaps they're doctoring these numbers because a lot of people are pissed at China. You know, and there is a lot against China right now. You know, they're telling you not to use any of these little apps like TikTok and Zoom and that China's spying on us in every way, shape, or form. It's like you guys are really villainizing China for.
Well, I think China definitely.
The end game.
Why
definitely doctor the numbers so drastically.
Well, because they want to keep people in their house. I mean, you look at New York. I mean, every time I see De Blasio on TV, he's whining that they don't have any money, no federal money. We want to keep people out. We need money. I don't know. I think the goal is to just try to delay it for as long as possible. And people get scared when they watch the news. But I think people are starting to just figure out that, look at all the people that are outside today. Jay, did you see a lot of people outside? Because I did.
Yes.
I'm sure where you guys live, there were people, people are getting sick of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I was saying that too. Like when I just jumped off, but when I was walking over to her house because we live real close, like I noticed a lot of people, especially people with kids, were having other kids over and they're all like playing and stuff. It seems like, it's not like all quiet like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
also could have something to do with our weather out here too, because it's really nice right now.
It's really nice here too. But like I think like if you watch like some of the other channels, like some of the channels are really like, we're gonna spread a ton of fear. We're gonna talk about even if a vaccine comes, it might not work, or there's gonna be a second wave.
Ready for the second wave. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like it's all about like how long can we, but eventually you got to get back to work. I mean, the economy is destroyed. You got to get people back to work.
I've heard that a lot, though. The fact that because everybody is quarantined, the herd immunity is incapable of taking hold, and there's a good shot that when we all go back out into the world, that it could come back. It makes sense, I guess.
Kind of, but I don't think people are going to run back out. Like, for example, like, I don't think the movie theaters are going to be.
I definitely do.
Really? I don't think the movie theaters. I think that it'll be. I think like half the people will. I think half the people are still going to be scared.
People have been doing it the whole time. They're at beaches. They're at spring break.
Fred, you
Yeah.
don't think New York City restaurants are going to be packed?
After a week, people will be like, look, we've been inside for so fucking long. Dude, the fact that they've gotten this many people to stay in their houses for this long and there not be any real dust ups is pretty fascinating to me.
Yeah, if you but you know what? It's crazy how much people are for it too. Like there's a social stigma if you go out right now, you know?
I think Jeff's right. I think they're going to tiptoe out of the door and be like, oh, I don't know. And then 2 weeks will go by and bang, right back.
Listen, if you see everyone else outside and you're the only one not outside, you're going to start going outside. Like Warren Buffett today was talking about how he would not, like he sold all his airline stock because he thinks that no one will fly for the next year or two. And it's like, dude, people are going to be so desperate to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I think people are starting to get to the point where they're starting to realize with this thing that if you are under the age of 60, your likelihood of dying is quite low. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
I mean, that's so dumb, bro. You know how many people have to travel on a plane for work? Forget about leisure, right?
Yeah.
And
But there might be a cutback on this, right? A lot of these companies are learning, like, you know what? We didn't need all this office space.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that probably only 75% of the people will go back. I think 25% they'll say, okay, you know what? Just keep working from home.
I think this is going to be way better for hear me out on this. Like, Spread, let's say you two go out for dinner, right?
Mhm.
Have you ever went to a place where like there's fucking people right next to you?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's gonna be sweet if they put like things in between table. Like, I think that'll be
Yeah.
better. And like, if they can make flying any better, I'm all for it because flying sucks.
The only reason I was saying I was, skeptical that everyone's going to run back out, I just saw a survey and it said that 40% of people weren't going to go to the movies or to a sporting event
Well, I think
right away.
like if you go to the beach in May, you might not go in the water right away. But if you see someone go in the water and it's okay, you'll try to tiptoe in as well. Will it be right away? No. But I think within a month, people are gonna be like, well, look, like what's changed? Let me ask you this, Brad. What changed from like, remember that week when me and Jay were online and remember we talked about the first case in New York?
Yeah.
What changed from that point to like a week or two later where everyone just went inside and was scared to go outside? What changed? Because the world didn't change. The world still goes how it went before. I don't think
even with staying inside in New York City, 1 in 500 died.
Yeah, and isn't New York City like at like 60% like testing positive rate right now? Like 60, they think that 60% of the people already got it and got rid of it.
That's like 20%, but that's a high number for that many people. I mean, if you have 9 million people and 20% is a high number.
Yeah.
I was on the show today with a guy that's out in Vegas, and he said that they're already talking about how when they come off of the quarantine, there will be no valet parking for any of the hotels in Vegas. Probably they're talking about for 12 months.
I don't use that anyway.
And
why is that? They just don't want people breathing in other car air?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but what about how does that make any sense? Because if I go to like if I go to like a mechanic, they have to get in my car and drive it into the garage. Like, how does that even?
I'm not sure. They're talking about closing every other slot machine, so like you're a couple of feet away from every person.
Yeah, I think casinos will be tough. I mean, you got a lot.
There's gonna be a lot of problems too, and a lot of people aren't gonna have the disposable income.
Let me ask you guys.
That might have been saving up are gonna be like, no, I spent all my money when I got quarantined and didn't have any income.
Spread. Let's say you guys decide to go. Like, let's say you have money and you decide like you're gonna go on vacation. Would you be less inclined to go on vacation now? And let's say in August or July.
Nope.
No, right?
Yeah, probably not.
That's what I don't like. Like, I think
I'll
people.
be honest, I got a plane ticket to go to Alabama for the end of the month.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, I think people are there going to be people that want to stay in their house and cower under their bed? You go ahead, but like, I think the rest of America is going to go out and people want to work. 9 out of 10 people will want to work if they can make money. Like no one wants to stay home. I mean, it's nice for a
Well,
couple of days, but
even then, if most people aren't staying home, as much as they
Right.
think, okay, I'm contributing, I'm flattening
Yeah.
the curve. It's like, are you really though?
and there's
Did
not
you
really
get
anywhere to go
takeout at
either.
any point? Did you get something delivered at any point? Did
Yeah.
you go to the grocery store? Did you pick up groceries? Congratulations. If you touched a box, guess how many people touched that box before you? Did you wear a mask? Okay. Was it one that was just cotton? Congratulations. That protects you from nothing.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
don't
sneeze?
understand
Oh, it's
them.
okay. You're 6 foot away from somebody, correct? You're 6 foot away from somebody when you sneeze. Sneeze droplets travel up to 160 feet. Like
Yeah, I don't.
most of this stuff is completely pointless. And most people wearing these masks and like Spread said, the social stigma around it. Yeah, it's mostly just people thinking and
Yeah.
feeling good about themselves, like, oh, I'm helping.
Yeah.
You're not did shit.
Let me ask you something. Do you like what you just said? You got to watch when you get off this. You got to watch. Bill Mayer did this like 5-minute thing about what you just said.
Oh, I
About
saw
how
that.
yeah, like how people literally like they just automatically became germaphobes all of a sudden, and they
Yeah.
were never like these are the same people that like their dog will go out and like run around and whatever.
Yeah.
And then the dog will come in and they'll let the dog in their bed and kiss the dog. like that's what we're dealing with here. These are the same people that will eat somebody's like you know what. Like that's what we're talking about here. But
So
seriously.
speaking of animals and the coronavirus, can we talk about social distancing from your pets?
Yeah, nobody does
Did you
that.
see that. That was ridiculous.
So how much of
me
a
and my mom
germaphobe-
were laughing about that? Like, so what am I supposed to do when my cat jumps on the bed while I'm sleeping? Like,
That's the
What is
thing.
the point okay, so somebody explain to me what the point of that is. Do people not realize that this is not actually a new virus, that it's been around
No,
for
that's another funny thing I see. Like people are like, look on the Lysol bottle, it talks about coronavirus. They must have made this up, and it's like coronavirus has been around. This is a different fucking strain, idiot.
Yes, the only thing that makes it different is it's a novel virus, which means it can cross species. They're like, but the dog got infected. Like, congratulations. They knew that freaking animals had it beforehand. Why the do you think it came from a bat?
I'm not trying to be a dickhead.
They're like, God, people are so stupid.
And judge me all you want. I do not have a mask and I've never worn one.
I have a mask.
Yeah, she made it so. Yeah, we can't go in the grocery stores without them.
See, the thing is, here's the thing. You just said about how people go places. I'm being honest with you. Since probably beginning of April, I have not went anywhere.
Oh wow! Oh, but you get your groceries delivered, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
How many people? You're the person who delivers your groceries. How many do you think that they wash their hands before they touch the groceries?
Here's where you're here. Let me give you something here. When the guy comes, he does not. He leaves them on outside my door. I put paper towels over my hands. I get the bags. I put them on. I wipe everything down. Every piece I take out of the bag. I immediately throw away the bag. I get Lysol wipe and wipe the counter down. I wipe the doorknobs I touched, the handles, everything, and then I wash my hands. So
you're actually doing it correct.
1000%.
For how
I wash my
do it that way.
Let me tell you something. You'll never believe this about anybody, and I will put this up against anybody. There's nobody that keeps themselves more clean than me. Nobody.
I'm trying to become a germaphobe because the CDC's guidelines is basic hygiene.
But I've been doing that.
By the way, if you're sick, stay inside, wash your hands. Like, how many people weren't doing this?
Well, have you ever heard of that phone soap thing? It's like a phone. It's a thing you put your phone in. It's like a UV thing. It like kills everything. I like can't. It comes out June 15th. I've already pre-ordered it because I sit here and every time I leave my house with my phone. So let's say I actually have left my house. I went and saw my parents one time. If I leave my house ever, I clean my phone. But I'm sick of putting Lysol on my phone screen. So there's this thing they make where it's like it's like a tanning bed almost for your phone. You put the phone in, and this little thing comes around and cleans the entire phone.
No way.
Yeah, it's sick. Cool. And it's $80. I already ordered it. It comes out June 15th, and it's awesome. Phonesoap.com. It's fucking awesome. And yeah, I'm excited. But like that's how like clean. Like I'm really Like I
So
take
you're like, I'm
precautions.
from Jack Nicholson as good as it gets. shit.
Yeah. So like when I used to only go to the store at night because no one's there.
Oh yeah.
And even now, I won't go to the store because I don't care. I know I'm clean. I know I can take care of myself. I worry about the other fucking people. I don't want you near me. I don't want you anywhere in my space. So now I just get it all delivered. So I don't need a mask to go outside. When I go outside every day, I don't need a mask for that because I'm just running around my neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, the mask. I mean, the masks don't protect against it, anyways. Even though
Right, because people are always messing with it and stuff. And
well, even then, if you have one of the actual blue hospital masks, those are disposable. They're only like
yeah,
the nurses throw them away. Was it every 2 to 3 hours or something?
Yeah.
Like what it is. But most people will reuse this shit over and over and over. I'm like,
and if you know this, if I let's say I go outside and I touch a handle,
Mhm.
and someone else touched that, and then I take my hands and I rub my eyes. I mean, you're asking to get fucking diseases. You cannot touch your face. You got to stop. Like if you
Oh, I'm
ask
bad about
like
it. Even
that,
being on here, I noticed how much I do it. You know, when it became talking about it, you know, how much I'll do this or
yeah,
this
but
while I'm
you're in your
talking.
house. You're in your house though.
But
Like,
you understand my point. Like, you don't
Yeah.
realize it until people like point it out, like, hey, don't do this. And then when you actually like consciously try to stop, you're like, oh, I do kind of do that a lot.
and that's one of the reasons I go to New York a lot. That's one of the reasons when I go to New York, I wear gloves.
Yeah.
Because I know if I have gloves on, I'm not going to touch my face because I'm like, I just don't
Yeah.
do that. And I've programmed myself not to touch my face for like a few years now because I don't want to get sick in general, whether it's anything. I don't.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know
wanna
what's funny
get-
is during this thing, I've had like two, like either allergies that made me
Yeah.
feel sick or just like a cold. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's just like so annoying, you know. And I know it's not Corona because I didn't have like the fever or anything, but yeah, I mean, I just like hate it. I'm just miserable, you know.
One thing I'd recommend if you have allergies, one thing I did like 5 years ago, my mom took me when I was younger. I went to an allergy doctor.
Uh-huh.
And I figured out, I did through like tests, I figured out what I'm allergic to.
Yeah.
So like right now, like I found out I'm really allergic to tree pollen. So as trees become, so I can know during the year, like right now, if I go outside, I got to make sure I take medication because I'll sneeze. Some people just sneeze and they think they have the coronavirus. It's like,
Yeah.
you might just have a mold allergy or something,
Yeah.
So I figured out what I was allergic to. That way I know to just kind of avoid it.
that's where they do the scratch test, right?
Yeah, I've had that done for me.
Well, I actually had a shot though. It's like they're little shots,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one of the best things I did because if I figured out what I was allergic to, and I didn't have to, I didn't know if it was pets or whatever.
Right. My daughter has pretty bad allergies.
Yeah. Well, I found a medication that works. Knock
Which one?
on
Yeah,
wood.
that's a lot is just guessing and checking. Unfortunately, is figuring out how exactly which medication.
Zyrtec?
Zyrtec D.
Okay.
Yep, that's the one that works with my daughter too.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like a better version of Zyrtec.
Mhm.
It's like a higher grade, I guess, a higher end.
He was using. We tried the Afrin nasal spray.
Yep.
And it goes for bloody noses.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I believe that. Yeah. I've
Yeah,
tried
let's
them all. I mean, I tried Benadryl, Claritin,
Ugh.
And it just, you got to find something that works. But as I get older, like as I've gotten like, into my 20s and 30s, like my allergies aren't as bad. Like when I was a kid, I couldn't even go outside in the spring. Like I wouldn't, like it sucked.
So
But
you're building like a tolerance.
yeah, like I got better at like, not having them. But
Usually it's the opposite too. Usually
Yeah.
allergies get worse as you get older.
I mean, again, knock on wood, they maybe come back and it's bad, but no, I think people just like all of us here, I think understand things, but like people just don't get that if they don't do certain things, they won't have to necessarily worry about this shit.
Right.
Plus, like, I'm not saying that I'm high risk to get coronavirus, and if I get coronavirus, it's different than like I've weight, I'm overweight. I that could be a risk factor, but I just try to stay clean, and I'm using the sprays and the wipes and stuff. And Jay had enough.
Yeah, Jay dipped out, didn't he?
His DoorDash probably got here.
Yeah, he's probably getting his meal or something.
You know, the thing that grinds my gears is the gloves. I'm seeing these blue, gloves just being thrown
See,
all
like
over the ground.
that's out of line. Like if you're gonna wear gloves, make sure you get rid of
Dispose of
them.
them. Like, why? Ugh. That's
Yeah,
just so
that's
so incredibly disrespectful.
that's one thing that as I get older, I hate. Like littering. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when I lived in Philly, I remember we had a woman on our street that, like, every week she was out cleaning the street off, like, like sweeping, and like people don't do that anymore. But like, yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of like gloves, and I think a lot of kids just wear masks because it's like cool, like they think it's cool or something. But
My son actually, like 3 months before this virus hit, he actually might have been like 3 to 6 months. He requested masks. He ordered them off Amazon. We had to literally get them from like China and stuff. So they were a fad. They were like
yeah,
such a big thing
I feel like
before.
they are like
Yeah.
because I see like these bigger companies like Supreme and like all these like clothing companies, they're like creating their own masks now, and it's like a thing.
And just following, in Asia's footsteps. I mean, they did the same thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you watch it, you don't watch any fantasy movies or sci-fi movies, but if you
No,
watch
but
it,
it's normal in Asia like to wear masks and stuff.
precisely. So
Yeah.
we're just following in their footsteps. And it's like, well, I mean, all those years that we made fun of them, like, look at them, the third world countries wearing their mask and everything. It's like, well, reality is set in where it's like, humans are disgusting. Maybe we should wear masks.
But the thing about masks that I don't understand is, okay, if I'm in a store, okay, and
Mhm.
you're next to me and you sneeze, whether you have a mask on or not, it can still get on me.
Yes, because one droplet
That's what I
can
like,
go up to 160 feet.
and the mask thing makes no sense because like I remember when this first happened,
They said
the
masks don't
CDC
work.
said yeah. And like
Yeah, and then they retracted and said use cotton. They said, oh, okay, well, yeah, use a
yeah,
mask,
like
use cotton. However, in order to properly, there's the mist test. I'm blanking on what it's actually called, and that's where you spray and to see if droplets actually go through your
yeah.
mouth. Cotton
Yeah,
does
yeah.
not pass that test at all. It's like,
That's one thing about this that like a lot of the details have been like either created or not true. Like you remember when this first happened, like it was a lot of old people, right? So a lot of kids were going to like spring break and shit like that. And all of a sudden, like a few days later, they created this idea that kids were more likely to get it and that, it's a young people disease now too. And then it became like, we're going to show all the hospitals that are having trouble. Now they don't show the hospitals anymore. And it's just like a lot of it seems manufactured.
oh, it is, or that the hospitals are overrun. They're
Yeah,
not.
I don't see them anymore.
They're not. And actually, the majority of medical staff has been furloughed.
Yeah,
A lot
exactly.
of my friends on the medical staff
Yeah.
are literally begging people to go to the emergency room so they can go back to work.
Well, another thing, how come like when this happened as well, like every other person on TV was like someone that had coronavirus. Like they would like film them in the hospital and they would tell us how they had I don't see that anymore either. Like I don't think does anyone even literally have it that wants it? Like why don't people talk about it anymore?
Because people have become, for lack of better words, woke.
But like they don't
realizing
interview
that
them
it
or
was
anything.
inflated by the media. A lot of it was, evidence came out of the doctored numbers, and then, oh, hospitals are overrun. And then people, as much as I hate social media, it does have its pros. And that's, where people are going and doing their own investigating and they're posting evidence
Yeah.
that, hey, a lot of
But
what
that's also concerning because there's so many opinions on everything.
there is. So you have to kind of know how to decipher things. Another side note, on topic, off topic. I love how people are starting to make celebrities shut the hell up about their opinions.
Yeah, no, and that's something that needs to be done. But if you notice, you know how you can understand whether someone knows what they're talking about or not? If during this whole thing, I see now that people try to shame cities for opening up. So like CNN did it earlier. They were like, Georgia had their biggest case, day in months. And it's like, well, first of all, you wouldn't know because coronavirus doesn't show up for like a few days. So what happened on Friday wouldn't show up. And second of all, just because their case number's high, that's good. That means they're testing more people.
You know,
So like case number means nothing.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't because everybody's doctoring their numbers. China is most definitely doctoring.
But that's good that we have more cases because we're testing. And most of the people, if you have 10 cases, 9 are going to be okay.
Yeah, and they've actually started doing it. I don't know if they're doing it in other states. I read about it a few days ago. How Berkeley, I think, down here is starting to do a test to see exactly how many people already.
Yeah, the Santa Monica thing. I heard about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Tennessee. I feel like that's better information for people to know. Is like instead of focusing on how many people could get, how about we focus on how many people have already contracted this?
That's what that's what
over 1 million.
Yeah, that's what Spread was talking about. They did that in New York as well. And like I read this morning that the Tennessee Department of Corrections did a test on every inmate. And 96% of the inmates that had coronavirus
had no symptoms.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 3,000 people. I read that one too. 3,000 people in there, 96% were asymptomatic.
Yeah. And like all these
and it's the perfect, and the prison is the perfect, test.
It's fascinating that the prison seems like the only place that has actually done this correctly. Like not panic and just everyone's just going to get it and that's that. Like isn't that I think that's the only way to beat this is get everyone to just get it.
That's what the UK was trying for a while, but they jumped off.
Like Switzerland did it.
I think they're trying to do, and I think that's where the flattening curve comes in.
Sweden, yeah, I saw that.
They're wanting people to slowly, rather than everybody get it at the same time, and then
well, that's the thing. Yeah,
possibly the numbers jump. They're like, okay, let's slow this down to where only a certain amount of people, get it at the same time.
But was why we shut the country down to slow the hospital numbers?
Mm-hmm.
The hospital numbers are dense. They're actually like you said, in certain areas or in most areas, they're begging people to come to hospitals. They're furloughing people.
Yeah,
it's time we
emergency room for his.
What are we waiting on here? Why are we still screwing around and waiting as more people get unemployed? I mean, the unemployment systems in these states are horrible. I mean, they're so outdated. They take forever.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of my friends who were furloughed or laid off telling me that they got one benefit payment and they haven't received 1 cent.
Yeah.
I have another one who are, they're actually getting their benefit payments and they're just outright saying they're not going to go back to work because they're making more money to get home.
Yeah.
And it's like, see, it's things like this that just don't add up. It's like, why would you make it to where people are not wanting to go back to work? Like, I understand, let's keep them home from the virus. Yeah, but why? Like, in long term,
I mean,
drop.
I think, but also keep in mind, I mean, the fact that they're making more now, that's not going to be forever. It's only like till July that happens. But, as I said, I think most people want to work.
Because you can do appeals, you can do all kinds of stuff. You could stay on unemployment for a year and a half as long as you do your appeals.
Yeah, but you're still not making that much money, though. I mean, I feel like if you work, I mean, again, unless you're like, working a job that you'll get paid a ton of money on, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
So you guys think restaurants are going to be okay? I think a ton of them are going to go out of business.
Well, then they would, but you got to realize though, and I guess this is my thing. If a restaurant can't handle, like, how long would they have been in business anyway? And I feel like,
50% of restaurants fail within the first 3 years.
Yeah, and I feel like
it's the hardest industry to jump in.
Yeah, maybe they'll just come back.
And then I know here, so you guys are like a real city and everything. We're real small. Like what they do here is they have the same owners and they redo the club like every 2 or 3 years. Right. They like close it down for a month and they do all new interior and they get a new name and a cool little fancy sign. But it's the same owner. It's just because, people want
Here's my thing. Stuff. If your food is good and you have a good business, you will always have customers. So like I have a friend that owns a pizzeria. It's a family. Mm-hmm. They have a ton of them around here. And they're real Italian. They're like real pizzeria people. Mm-hmm. He was telling me like he stayed open this whole time. And his business is even better than normal.
Oh, I'm sure like a pizza place that normally does deliveries and it's good for the family and cheap. You can get one pizza for the whole family. And
like I feel like if your business is good, people will go to it. And you have confidence, like the businesses that close are the concerning ones to me. Like the ones that are like, yeah, we don't think we should stay open because we don't know if people will come. Look, people will come if you're open. If you're confident in your business, people will come to it.
Yeah, especially since how people are stuck at home. People are ordering.
Exactly. And they're ordering out more
Yeah.
because you want to preserve, some of the food you have. So instead of maybe ordering out once a week, now it's maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And I mean, to be honest, like if you go to a pizza shop, who really sits at a pizza shop? Like you just order.
Yeah,
well,
that's.
I'm not saying you don't,
Yeah.
but like
No, but
usually
that's
order
a
or
huge
deliver.
industry. Yeah, it's like Chinese food too, right? Most people get it delivery.
Yeah, like they don't like most dining rooms in like a pizzeria, they don't really make a ton of money off that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like a chain restaurant, they'll be fine. I guess it's really going to be like those mom and pop like places that are still around. Like I think they're on the way out anyway, though. Like family run grocery stores. I think they're on the way out, frankly. Or like do you ever go to a restaurant that's not a chain or like some sort of major restaurant chain?
Yeah, but around here it's like why would I go to Taco Bell when there's like
But spread, let
5
me ask you.
restaurants within a mile that like authentic Mexican
But
food
I'm not
made
even
by,
saying
like, some old
chain.
lady.
I'm not even saying like Taco Bell. I'm saying like even like a decently large regional area place. So like I don't know, maybe something like a family-run taco place that might have 10 locations in your area. Like they're not going out of business because you're still going to go there.
Yeah.
But
I just learned how to make carnitas.
You what?
Yeah, yours are good. Hers she makes carnitas really well now.
Yeah, I did that too to like make him fall in love a little bit more.
Are you Spanish or?
Nope.
Really? Wow.
You can guess.
I think you told me what you were actually. I mean, I would say either Spanish or like Middle Eastern.
Nope.
Greek?
I am Greek. Very good.
Full or half?
No, I'm a quarter Greek, a quarter Ecuadorian, and I'm English.
So you are Spanish.
That's what I said too when we went over this.
Oh yeah, yeah. He did the same thing to me. Damn it!
You got Spanish in you. I was going to say I would have been blown away if you didn't have any Spanish at all in you.
The last one that most people will never guess is I'm Creole, Louisiana Creole.
Okay. No shit.
I think that's
Louisiana Creole.
Yeah, that one's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're through the bad part of this,
American. Steve saying American. Yes, American. Sum it all up.
My father's name was Paglia, and my mother's name was Lubertazzi.
Oh, that's a good one.
Want to guess what I am?
So you're a fucking paisan.
Yeah.
What are you still betting those Alamitos, Trey?
No, right now I'm dealing with my fucking wireless mouse and keyboard shitting the bed.
Yikes.
Yeah, I got to throw new batteries in them.
Yo, Spread, so you think that NBA idea is good, the Disney World one?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea also.
I think it'll work.
Yeah, I don't know how it doesn't. I mean, if you get 8, so you get the 16 teams, you send them down there, that's a great court.
Hey, so did you see, Jeff, that teams can opt out too? That's
what do you
one
mean?
of the rumors. So like the Warriors, they can just be like, we're not going.
Well, no, they shouldn't go. They're not in the playoff race.
Yeah. So
I'm out on like the regular season starting. It should be the playoffs, and that's it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a couple games though, just so they get a couple, so you can kind of warm up.
If I was a team out of the playoff race, I would say fuck no.
Yeah, so like I don't think the Warriors are gonna go.
Yeah.
And so then I think it gets kind of interesting for teams like the Kings that were kind of like fighting.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably go. So I think most of the West will go, except for like who's really eliminated, like the Warriors, the Timberwolves.
I think the thing about sports too that I think has a positive is a lot of politicians and like famous politicians and ones that have like move, like they can do shit. Like Mitch McConnell today was talking about how there needs to be baseball. Like I think they'll do what they have to do to get them tests. You know, and the whole thing about like the NBA saying we need 15,000 tests. First of all, the NBA gets tested. They're going to get as many tests as they want. Like, it's not going to fucking matter. They'll be fine. And the MLB should do what you were saying about the 3 leagues, play out of the home stadium, and test.
Yeah.
Have expanded rosters. And if someone gets corona, we don't stop the whole league. We take them out, they quarantine, and we bring someone back in.
Can you imagine how lame that would be? Like if like the Angels were making a run and Mike Trout has to like quarantine
It's part
like
of the game.
the 2 weeks. That would just be terrible.
There should be a DL thing.
I wonder if there'll be some like, it'll come out that some like really good player hid their positive test because they didn't want to.
I mean, we should turn this into like, I think the biggest issue we've made with coronavirus is we've set the standard that we have to deal with it. We had to deal with it. We couldn't ever just pretend that it was like every other thing that we've had in this country, like swine flu or H1N1 or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's a similar, I'm not saying it's the flu, but it's a similar type of issue. But what the NBA and all these sports did is they set the precedent of we're going to deal with it as a league as opposed to just a player. So going forward, if baseball starts, there's got to be something in it where if, some player gets corona, they're moved off.
And also baseball is so much more, they're so much farther apart.
That's the good thing. And that's one thing about baseball that I think is great. Same with NASCAR, golf.
Yeah. Well, even basketball, Gobert got it, and like only 2 or 3 other people on his team got it. And I mean,
if they're testing like every couple of days with these people where, they're at that point, you don't have to worry because you could just keep testing them.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like for sure you're going to get it because I remember Serge Ibaka or whatever, I think, covered Gobert for 28 minutes the night before all the stuff came down, and he didn't get it, and he's like, yeah, it's about as close to him as you can get.
I think one thing also that you have that's good in this country is like LeBron James, for instance, has come out and said, we're playing.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. In other countries, like I saw in England, those fucking Premier League players are whining that they don't want to go back and play because they're scared.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, that in Italy, which got hit worse than any place in Europe, they're actually scheduled
start
for
training,
Serie A and Serie B to start up, right? And what are they doing? They're just doing 20% capacity in the stadiums. They're not even doing fully empty stadiums.
Well, I don't even think they're doing that. I think they're starting, like what I heard is they're starting like training, and they're going to figure out when they're going to start the season again. But yeah, I think it'll come eventually. It's going to take some time, but it'll get here.
Did you watch the new HBO movie, Jeff, Bad Teacher?
No. What is that?
It's based on a true story of the largest school system theft in American history. It was really good, bro.
System theft?
Yeah.
Like
the super
embezzlement or something?
Yeah, the superintendent and one of the business administrators stole $11.2 million.
Okay.
It happened in the late 90s. The guy's name is Gasson. And you should watch it, dude. How they were exposed was their own school newspaper dug into their records, and one girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, one senior cracks the case, and the guy went to jail for 12 years or 10
I'll
years.
have to check that out.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, is that the guy's name?
Wolverine.
He plays the superintendent that took the money. I watched it last night. It was pretty good.
What's it called?
Bad Teacher, I think.
Sounds like that's an awful title for. It sounds like a teacher that like hooked up with a student or something.
Yeah, or like a bad horror movie, like a B horror movie where the teacher
comedy or
turns into a zombie and like locks everyone in the school and tries to kill them all.
Wait, wasn't that a movie like a comedy? Bad Teacher? No, Bad Santa.
Yeah, I think it was.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And Justin Timberlake. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Yeah.
It also sounds like a Lifetime movie, like Bad Teacher.
So speaking of being exposed and bad teachers, what about this Biden thing with Tara Reid?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm getting nervous that I'm not going to collect my $100 from Anthony.
about what?
Yeah, that was when we weren't busy like breaking down the Illuminati in the chat, right? We were discussing who the potential replacements could be.
Yeah,
It's gotta be
Anthony and I bet $100 like 6 months ago. He said,
who would be the other option?
I don't know, but he was like, it's not going to be.
He thought
Joe
it was going to be Bernie, right?
He doesn't win the nomination. So I said, I'll take Biden against the field. And I said, we'll go $100 straight up. And he took the bet.
Yeah, I don't think if I'm the Democratic Party, I don't know how you put him up. I don't think he has any shot.
I agree.
And he is completely like out of it.
I watched Nancy Pelosi stand up and talk about how she's like endorsing Biden was one of the proudest days of my life, and she's like, and all these rumors or whatever about Joe Biden, and Joe Biden is Joe Biden. Who's like, the hell is that supposed to be like?
I mean,
I don't understand why when people are that age they want to run for president. Like when I'm 70 years old, I want to like chill. Like my idea when I'm 70 is that I'm going to get up, hopefully have like a nice piece of land. I'll wake up, have some coffee in the sunshine, watch some sports at 4 p.m. Like I wouldn't want to be running the country at age 70.
I mean, not for nothing. I wouldn't want to ever run the country, to be honest.
Yeah, it just seems like at this age it would be a lot easier to do it than like 30 years from now.
Honey, you do that every day anyways.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, my goal would not be to run the country. Like Trump, I never understood why he ran either. I'm like, before he jumped into politics, like pretty much everybody loved him. Like,
well, he's just like a power hungry guy.
Yeah, like if you go back and listen, like he was so popular amongst rappers in the 90s. Like they were all drop Trump references.
Oh, the name of that movie is not Bad Teacher. It's Bad Education.
I was going to say, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, Bad Education.
I thought you were talking about Biden being popular. It's like, no, Biden's.
Yeah, no, if I was Trump, like, why would I want half the country to hate me? Like everybody liked him before that when he was just, when he was just a normal guy.
Have you seen that they're like Trump is the first black president?
Yeah, no, I mean, even like it's funny. I was watching like the old wrestling and like WrestleMania. They had it like the Trump Towers, and everybody loves him. And now it's like he's so divisive.
Tupac on my phone.
Oh, he's kicking it with Tupac. Yeah, all the rappers loved him back in the 90s.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I was going to.
That's pretty funny.
Did you ever see the roast they did on him?
Yeah, I saw that one. It's pretty good.
Trump.
Hey, I mean, you guys can hate on Trump, but you have to admit he is one hell of an entertainer.
No, he's hilarious.
Only in America can Donald Trump be the president of the United States.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious. Dude, the best thing he ever said was when he flipped out on that Jim Acosta, and he's like, I got to tell you, you are a rude and terrible person. CNN should be ashamed having you working for them.
Fake news.
Yeah, I think he's funny as hell.
He is. I swear the best thing you can do is drink, maybe smoke a little, and watch
and listen to him. Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah. I actually did that I didn't do the other stuff, but I actually watched like a rally that he had, and like even the beginnings, like when he comes out to that like lame like country song, like and he's like walks up and he's like, and they're like,
it reminds me of wrestling. It totally reminds me of wrestling.
It really
goes out there and he does the promo.
And then he does nothing but talk crap.
The guy actually said at a White House press briefing, we should look into injecting detergent.
He didn't say that.
Bro, come on.
No, I get what you're saying, though. I get what
the poor fucking lady couldn't even look at him. She was looking down.
Yeah, it is kind of funny to watch the people behind him going like.
Did you actually watch the whole thing, or did you just take that one sentence at the beginning?
He just took that one sentence, I think.
No, I actually watched the briefing that day because I was watching CNN at like 6:30 when they usually come on, and the poor lady was mortified. She was looking down like, please don't look at me. And he's doing the hand thing. He's like, and maybe we should see if we could do something with the light inside the body. And the lady's like, Jesus Christ.
But they actually do that already.
Yeah, no, they do that. I think he meant to say like there's a thing called it's like oxidation therapy or something. I think he meant to discuss that, but like when he started talking about like disinfectant, it got like people kind of basically assumed that it was like Lysol.
They assumed, yeah, they're like, oh my God, Lysol, because
and he's an easy target too.
Who is
He is.
everybody's
Yeah.
defense. Yes,
You're right though.
He is going to think of Lysol, but in the medical field, disinfectant is referred to by a lot of
He's so entertaining though, bro.
He's easy to just.
I'll miss him when he's gone. I'm not gonna lie.
No, when he says shit like, and when he's at rallies, he like almost yells when he talks. We eliminated Islamic terrorism today. Like, and when he says this, when he goes, it came from China. Like he always says that too.
He looked at the one black guy cheering in the crowd and goes, "There's my black American." And I'm like, oh my God.
Dude, the worst thing he ever did was recently when he called on that Chinese reporter and he's like, who are you with? And she's like, I'm with so-and-so. And he's like, are you owned by China? Is it China? And like, he's like, it's just funny. Like when he,
I'll tell you, bro, my mom is so absolutely disgusted when she watched these press briefings.
Yeah, my dad and mom.
And I got to be honest, I wouldn't mind 4 more years of it. I'll I mean, look, listen, my state doesn't matter. I live in Jersey. A Democrat will win by 20 points.
Right.
But like, would it be the end of the world? I don't think it would be the end of the world.
I mean, everyone agrees he's a total prick. Like, we all know that. Like, whether you like him or not, he's a prick. But like, he's hilarious.
Hilarious.
He like, I got to tell you, and I know he's concerning because like he's a fucking nut. But I got to be honest, I would much rather have him defending me over Joe Biden.
If Anthony heard this conversation, he would melt.
Well, it's fine, but I mean, it's true. I mean, he's not going to back down. Could you imagine Joe Biden? Kim Jong-un would fucking laugh at him.
I was a Bernie bro. I mean, like, I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I was a Bernie bro. But Trump makes me fucking laugh, man. He does.
He's funny for sure.
Sprague, we need to have another drunken Trump rally night. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was funny. Unfortunately, they're not going to have them for a while.
No, you got to watch the one in Wildwood, New Jersey. Watch that one.
Yeah, we watched one in like Kansas. I mean, it was hilarious. We were dying laughing.
He spends the whole time talking crap. Like, he's awesome. He's preemptive with what he does too. He knows exactly. He obviously has people watching the social media because he understands that that's how.
Wait a second. Let's watch one now.
Big King just said, "Where's the bald commie?"
Yeah.
He's asleep, probably.
Yeah, he's in Nebraska sleeping right now.
Hey, that would actually be a decent show. Like to just watch a Trump rally and just laugh.
That fucking press briefing with the chemicals.
Like Hillary ran the country when Bill was president. Oh, she did. Bill was too busy doing cigar stuff.
I'll tell you what, though. Try to get a gun out of Anthony's hands, and you'll think he's a fucking Republican real quick.
Trump 2020. Looks like mostly everybody's a Trump fan in the chat. I like Trump. Me and Sprague go head to head.
Yeah, Jay, click the screen quick. Oh, it stopped.
Did you hit share audio?
I don't know if I have that.
Oh, let me do that.
No, Jeff has to share it.
Oh, hold on a sec. You can't hear it?
Not really.
No, you have to go to share screen on the bottom, and then when it says Chrome tab. So you click on Chrome tab, and then on the bottom left it says share audio. You got to click it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just figured that
Wait,
out.
let's
today.
just watch. Like, hold on. Let me do it again. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
I'll tell you, Joe Biden does look like he's in serious cognitive decline, though.
Mm-hmm.
I love New Jersey, and I'm thrilled to be back right here in the Garden State.
Just like a wrestler, that's the first thing you do is you get the pop from the crowd by
Together,
saying
we're
hometown.
achieving historic victories for New Jersey families. You see it every single day. The New Jersey unemployment rate has reached the lowest of all time.
His go-to line
More
is
people are
bigger
working
than
today
ever before.
in the state of New Jersey
Yeah, and
than
fantastic.
ever before.
There it is.
Yeah,
I have to tell you,
true.
more people, almost 160 million, are working right now in the United States. That's the highest level of employment in the history of our country.
Actually, it's the likes of which we've never seen before.
And a lot of countries
that's the
aren't
line.
doing so well, just so you understand. Tomorrow, we will replace the NAFTA nightmare, one of the worst trade deals ever in history.
It's just like
With
a
the
wrestler,
incredible
Barry.
brand new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, the USMCA, a massive win for New Jersey workers, New Jersey farmers, New Jersey union people, New Jersey manufacturers, and
Union
everybody.
people. Hi, I'm a union person.
Union member, idiot.
And
Yeah.
weeks ago, we also signed a fantastic new trade agreement.
He
with
loves
China
fantastic.
Yeah.
that will
There it
push
is.
New Jersey
China.
and defend New Jersey jobs. $250 billion coming in. Oh, that's going to be so nice. And we're restoring America's industrial might like never before. They're all coming back. They want to be where the action
That should be
is.
a drinking game. Anytime he says like never before,
After years
you
of
take a shot.
devastating defense cuts,
It's been 4
we
already.
have fully rebuilt the United States military.
Pause for the chant for the crowd. This is like Hulk Hogan could have taught him how to do this.
It's so funny. Look at him.
What's what I says? I'm a 2x4, like, oh.
And thanks to the incredible courage of our warriors, the greatest warriors in the world, the ISIS caliphate has been totally destroyed, and its savage founder and leader, al-Baghdadi, is dead.
Is dead.
That's like, I just won the title against the Big Show at WrestleMania.
Look at him. He like turns around.
Baghdadi. He said, "Al bad daddy."
Is dead.
Weeks ago, at my direction, the U.S. military launched a flawless precision strike that killed the world's #1 terrorist, Qasem Soleimani. And Soleimani was responsible for murdering and wounding thousands of
They
Americans.
love him
and
though, man.
actively
Boy, do
Yeah,
they
you
love.
gotta fast forward to the part where he's just talking shit about Democrats.
Yeah, that's usually
I
at like the 40-minute mark.
I know it's epic though, because he literally just preemptive strikes that shit. He's like, and
Yeah.
you know, Sleepy
Wait, I
Biden.
actually have a good one on that. Actually, hold on.
Yeah, he goes for Sleepy Joe, Nancy Pelosi. What does he call her?
I don't know, Drinky Pelosi.
Just a terrible, a terrible person.
I would have thought Nasty Nancy would have been his.
Yeah,
go-to.
that's probably something there.
Oh,
yeah,
here
no,
it
he gets that. She's a nasty woman, terrible person.
Terrible person.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got a good one. There you go.
Can you play that?
And I spoke to him for a little while. Where are you all? You're in the
That
audience
press
someplace.
briefing too.
And
Bring some of
Yeah,
them
hang
up.
on,
Where
hang
are they? Come on up here. There were hundreds. This was our
Look
representative.
at him. Looks
group.
funny.
Thank you
Look.
very much. Chinese Americans. Chinese Americans. Good. Hey, it's our leaders' fault. You know, it's not the Chinese
This is
fault.
hilarious.
They do take advantage of us, folks, but it's our leaders' fault. That Hillary, as I say, crooked Hillary.
Fucking Hillary.
She's as crooked as they come. She had a little bad news today, as you know, from some reports came down, weren't so good, but not so good. The Inspector General's report, not good. But I want to run against Hillary, I just want to run against her. Look, I don't know if you're going to be able to. It could be we're going to run against Crazy Bernie. That could be. Could be Crazy Bernie. He's a crazy man, but that's okay. We like crazy people. And I hear they want to put Biden in. I hear they're going to actually slip Joe Biden in, and he's going to take Bernie's place. No, I hear they want to slip in, because I will say the system is rigged against Bernie, 100%.
What video you want, Jay?
We're gonna have a lot of
The
great
press
people. We're gonna have a
briefing
lot
of
of
the
great things
fucking
happening
light.
in our country. We're gonna have so many great
Oh, the
things. So what
disinfectant
happens?
thing?
Yeah.
It says, "I love your hair."
With the lady sitting in the fucking corner staring at the ground.
Oh, Mrs. Burks or Dr. Burks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here it is. Trump suggests disinfectant.
Oh, fuck me.
So, supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too.
This fucking guy.
Sounds
The
interesting.
disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1
Look.
minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or
Okay, so that's what he said.
almost cleaning? Because you see, it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So we'll see. But the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
And can I just ask a very quick question? You spoke to Boris Johnson this week.
I
I
did.
just wonder how he sounded, how he was.
I did.
When do you think he'll be back at
He
work?
called me a few days ago. I will tell you, he said.
Oh, man.
Since becoming the 45th president of the United States, Donald Trump has entertained the world with his outrageous comments and, of course, his tweets. Today is Trump-iversary, 1 year since Donald Trump became or was elected US president. Trump, of course, likes to go a little bit off script, which frequently results in public outrage. So this morning, we've put some of our favourite moments from the last year together so we can share in what a year it's been. Let's start off with that time that Donald Trump came up with a new country in Africa. Of course, he was speaking in front of the continent's leaders. Not once, but twice did he get it wrong.
He invented a country?
The leaders of Cote d'Ivoire, Ethiopia, Ghana, Guinea, Nambia, Nigeria, Senegal, Uganda, and South Africa. Nambia's health system is increasingly
It's Namibia,
self-sufficient.
idiot.
It can be hard getting the words out sometimes. I know that. It's Namibia. And of course, it's not the only word that he's ever made up. He sent Twitter into a frenzy with this. Despite the constant negative press, it reads, Kovfefe. Kovfefe has got to be the word of 2017.
I reckon it is. It's no secret Donald Trump has a taste for attractive-looking women. Here's what he said earlier this year to Brigitte Macron on a state visit to France.
Uh-oh.
You're in such good shape, he said. Beautiful.
Don't say that.
Yeah, well, and don't be saying it to Jacinda Ardern, because I tell
You
you
could
what, I reckon
fucking
she'd have
write
a
it
pretty
down,
mean
bro.
right
He's getting
hook.
reelected.
Yeah.
There was also that time that he picked a fight with some of the biggest and toughest pro athletes in the US whose protest action saw them refuse to stand for the national anthem. He said in a tweet, if a player wants the privilege of making millions of dollars in the NFL or other leagues, he or she should not be allowed to disrespect our great American flag or country and should stand for the national anthem. If not, you're fired. Find something else to do.
He got that from Vince
There
McMahon
was
too.
controversy
That
over
you're
Donald
fired.
Trump's comments
He used to say that all the
regarding
time on
Puerto Rico,
that
when Puerto Rico
Apprentice.
was hit by
Yeah,
Hurricane
but Vince
Maria
was
a
doing
couple
it
of months
in the
ago,
90s.
leaving the
In the
entire
90s,
island
doing the
without
on the
power.
wrestling. That was
But
his
was
big
it
deal.
a real
Yeah.
disaster?
Every death is a horror. But if you look at a real catastrophe like Katrina, and you look at the tremendous hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that died, what is your death count as of this moment? 17?
16 certified.
16 people certified.
Yeah, it's not even bad, is it?
Oh, a Florida
All right, that's enough of him.
Yeah, from now on, we'll just stick to your impressions. You do it pretty good. Fantastic. Tremendous.
It's tremendous.
I told that woman she's in really good shape.
Beautiful.
The funny
you
thing is,
ever
I don't
watch-
even think that's even that bad.
Do you ever watch the
It's not,
cartoon?
and
The
he may
cartoon
have actually
president.
been referring to, maybe she just underwent some like medical operations. He may have been referring to.
No, he's probably just saying it as a compliment, but still.
Yeah, he probably was just. But that's not that bad. It's like, why
Yeah.
The cartoon president on Showtime is so good, man.
Is it? I've never seen it. I'm not. That's one thing I never had on the deal. I had Showtime. I haven't had it for a while. I usually get it for 1 month, and then I'll binge Billions, and then I'll just cancel it.
Yeah.
So like when the season's over, I'll just get it for a month. I used to have it for boxing, but I don't know. It hasn't been that good lately. So
Thank you. That was wonderful. I needed a good laugh. He's highly entertaining. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait, let's do one. I got one more for you guys.
We need to rewatch the rally that we watched.
the one that we watched in Kansas
Yeah,
or
we need to
whatever.
figure out which one it was and see if it's actually as hilarious as we thought it was. Or if it was just, a combination of a lot of different things.
Yeah, it could have been that too, but
Chris, you like the 6 is even money. Getting pounded.
All right, Jay. I got one more here. Look at this one.
Why did you characterize it as such?
Because I consider it an invasion. You and I have a difference of opinion.
But do you think that you demonized immigrants in
Not
this
at all.
election
No, not
to
at all.
try
I
to
want
keep
them. I want them to come into the country, but they have to come in legally. They have to come in, Jim, through a process. I want it to be a process, and I want people to come in, and we need the people.
Your campaign- your campaign-
Wait. You know why we need the people, don't you? Because we have hundreds of companies moving in. We need the people.
But your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and
Well,
so
that's
on.
true.
But
They weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing
They
that.
weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood. These were people. This was an actual. It happened a few days ago, and
They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of
you know
miles
what?
away. That's
I
not
think
an
you should-
invasion.
honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN,
All right.
and if you did it well, things
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much
if
better.
I may
Okay,
ask
that's
one other
enough.
question, Mr. President. If I may ask
Peter,
one
go
other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President,
That's
I was
enough.
going to ask one of the other folks. have
That's
had-
enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr.
Excuse
President,
me. That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question,
let's
if
go.
I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned
indictments-
about anything with
that you
the
may have
Russian
indictments coming down?
investigation because it's a hoax.
Are you?
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Put down the mic.
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
I think that's
You're a
unfair.
very rude person. The way you treat Sarah
Not that
Huckabee
long ago
is
was, like,
horrible.
Trump's best.
And the way you
roast.
treat other people are horrible.
How he
You shouldn't
was,
treat
like,
people that way. Go ahead.
one-liners on these-
Go ahead, Peter, go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts.
Well,
his
I'm
butt
not a
like the
big
rest
fan
of
of
us.
yours either. So
I
you know,
understand.
to be honest.
So let me ask you a question if I can. You repeatedly said,
You are the best.
Mr. President, you.
He just hates the media. The media hates him, and he's just like so sick of them.
Yeah,
He hates CNN.
He's a big Fox News guy.
Well, have you seen that thing floating around where it's showing that because the media just loved Obama, like abnormally, so it seemed. And have you seen that thing floating around that shows that how many of the media connections there were according to Obama, with Obama's administration? They're all family members and everything along those lines, like the owners of all these major media outlets.
Yeah, I mean they most of them hate him.
Yeah, media hates Trump. And he hates them, so it's interesting. It's like, oh, well.
Yep.
America loves drama. We may not, like being directly in it, but we sure love to watch it. I figured that out by watching Flavor of Love.
I love that show.
The show is so good.
Damn, that show's old school.
Wow, Ken Peacock said Fox News is banned in England. Is that true?
Really?
No kidding.
Well, that's a shame.
I mean, the channel for the most part sucks, but I think Tucker Carlson's all right.
I wonder, why is Fox News banned in England? What's the reason?
Well, ask Dave about that.
Yeah, that's interesting. But CNN isn't banned, huh? That's interesting.
Huh.
I mean, why would you want to take your news from a news outlet that was convicted of crimes against a minor? Why would you listen to them? That's my reasoning on that.
They all suck.
Oh, they all suck. But CNN is like, oh man. What they did to that, he was like a 15-year-old kid, and how they just villainized him. And they put his life in danger with the just shit reporting that they did, and that's unacceptable.
Did you guys ever watch Bill O'Reilly years ago or no?
Oh yeah.
Do you ever see that thing when Bill O'Reilly? This was 10 years ago. There was when you went to school, they would have someone that was on drugs come in and talk to you about how drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Well, this school in Colorado had this guy come in, and he was kind of cool. He was talking about LSD and how a lot of his friends were actors on LSD and stuff. So Bill had him on his show, and he was like, I don't know why you thought this was so cool. These shouldn't be telling you kids about that kind of stuff, and it's fucking wrong and shit to the kid. And the kid's just like, well, Bill, it's funny you say that. He goes, in your own book, The O'Reilly Factor for Kids, you reference smoking marijuana and stuff like that, and just shredded Bill O'Reilly. And Bill's like, yeah, well, you didn't have to look that up. And the kid destroyed him.
For breaking Ofcom rules on impartiality. Interesting.
What tracks do we have tomorrow? Gulfstream in Tampa?
Oakland, probably.
Oakland, I think today was the last day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Why? Is it?
The meet's over.
I did not know that.
Oh, tomorrow's the last day?
What was that?
Rod said Oakland last day tomorrow, I think, but Chris says no Oakland. I thought that big 14 furlong, almost 2-mile race to close the meet was today. I thought that was it. Yeah, just Tampa and Gulfstream.
Yo, Jay, share my screen quick.
about LSD, a lot of the negative stuff.
This
Joel
is
Becker
watch
said
this.
that a lot
Funny.
of his friends died from ecstasy or from LSD. If I can read a quote, he said, "I lost a lot of friends. I had one friend who jumped out a third-story window. He thought he could fly. That's just one example."
Okay,
They
but the
weren't
same
glamorizing
man,
drug use at all.
the same man then said, "If I had some ecstasy here, maybe I'd do it with you." Same guy. And
He
ecstasy
didn't
is,
say
is
that
a
at
pretty.
all. I actually have the quote right here. He never said anything about doing ecstasy with any of the students. He was responding to a question about governmental use of LSD and how the military created LSD.
No, he said, if I had some LSD, if I had some ecstasy, maybe I'd do it with you. I don't know who with you.
He didn't say with you. I have the exact quote right here.
Read it.
Okay, one sec. I have to get to the page. He said, here. Even today, there are psychiatrists who will do sessions under the influence of ecstasy. If I had some, maybe I'd do it with somebody, but I don't, you know. I haven't tried it, but there are people that do it.
There you go.
It was
And
a
that's
joke, perhaps
condoning-
in poor
that's
taste, and
condoning
he
it.
never said.
That's condoning it.
It was a joke in poor taste, and I think it's ironic that you would point out condoning drug use when in your own book, The O'Reilly Factor for Kids, you liken a high school student, a model student, quote unquote, toking on Saturday nights to a brain surgeon enjoying a martini while not on call.
Okay, you took it totally out of context. Look, I know what you hit.
I didn't. I didn't exactly. I can read the whole paragraph if you want.
No. You don't have to read it.
It's on page.
Never encouraged anybody to take drugs in O'Reilly Factor for Kids. If you read the book, you'd
And they
know
never
that.
encouraged us to
And
take
it's a
drugs
very
either.
anti-drug book. And this is totally dishonest, and don't get into doing this. My book is totally anti-drug. It's totally anti-drug.
That kid fucking shredded Bill O'Reilly.
He's totally he's almost on some Trump. Totally
Like a six-
anti-drug.
Like
Totally
a 16-year-old
anti-drug.
just comes in and just is like, yeah, well, in your own book.
Owned.
That kid had reference page numbers.
Yeah, he fucking owned that kid.
He was really calm about it too. He's like, yeah, hold on, I have to get to the page. Wasn't flustered at all.
Yeah, O'Reilly was a blowhard, man.
Mm.
Didn't he get in trouble for like sexual misconduct?
Yeah, he had like $30 million in settlements, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, he just like disappeared.
He looked like a fucking sleazeball.
He was a douche, that guy.
Joe Biden. See, that's like back to sexual misconduct. I'm like, yeah, he looks to me like he looks like the type of guy that probably did a little bit too much, little too touchy feely.
Oh, he is a touchy-feely dude, man.
Oh, he is disgusting.
I don't know, like he doesn't come across to me as like that weird, but like as I like start watching him a little bit more, like he is kind of weird, like with like just like
you know, like that uncomfortable grandfather that like
that's what
grabs his granddaughter's friends a little weird.
Yeah, that's kind of how I thought of him.
Yeah, well,
But,
but
like-
like how he's constantly smelling young girls' hairs. That's a predator.
George Bush
disgusting.
George Bush Sr. used to like do weird stuff like but they would just like chalk it up to like he was 9 years old, like a lot of the time.
I don't give a shit. I have
Yeah.
grandpa.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's like it's not
that's
really
normal. It's not normal.
Yeah, that was like I remember when Donald Sterling, you know that Donald Sterling guy, the Clipper owner, he like got in trouble for stuff he said. Like people were like, "Well, yeah, but he's like 85. You can't really, that it was different when he was younger." And it's like, well, okay, that might be true, but like you can't say that kind of shit.
No. Can't do that. You can't like be seen repeatedly, going up and stroking little tiny girls' hairs and inhaling the aroma.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
That one's really strange, yeah, because that one is just a straight predator move. Like, no, I don't know how those parents put up with that too. Honestly, I would have laid him the fuck out. It's part of my language. I
think it's like so quick
does
they don't
that
even
to
really
my
notice.
daughter
Maybe.
even puts his head near her. It's like I would have just throat punched him, just straight.
How dare you curse on this show?
I know, part of my language. At least Spread isn't there.
Yeah, he disappeared.
So no, it's just no. That's nope.
How did you do today? I finished the day up like 700, Martin.
Oh, Jay, I meant to tell you. You know that horse Dumphy, that one? Dumph or Dumphy?
Today?
Yeah, at Oakland, he was like 57 to 1.
Yeah.
I bet $10 on that horse.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I have a friend of mine that I know. His last name's Dumphy, and we call him Dumph. And I was like, I seen that, and I'm like, I'm just gonna bet that for $10. Like,
bro, that must have paid back like $600.
It paid out almost 600. It was 57 to 1.
That's great.
I mean, it was the biggest like actual bet, like as far as odds I've ever hit, but it was only for $10. So
still, that's great.
I wish one time I'd have bet.
Jeff, I bet the early pick 4 at Gulfstream, right? I get to the final leg. I get to the 4th leg. I have 4 horses. They finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah, it's rough.
I was disgusted, bro. I did not win a race today until the last race of the pick 5. And it paid like $970.
That's the thing. Like I've been so like over the last month or two, I've been so close to hitting like pick 5s, I'm getting beat on like the final furlong and stuff, like just brutal shit.
Yeah, so it ended up being a good day. Thursday we hit a pick 4 for like 860. Hopefully we can get it done tomorrow. Close out the weekend strong.
Oh yeah, the early pick 4 at Gulfstream. I want to say
the 2-1, right?
No.
Over delivered.
No, it was this. It was that horse, Jamaican. It was sick. 12.
No, Jamaican. Oh, I had that horse. That was the. Oh yeah, that was the first leg of the second pick 4. He went off. He paid $26, right?
Yeah, $26.
Yeah, that was the first leg of my pick 4.
I had Valdaco, the 5, and then the 8 Fish Fan, and Valdaco finished 2nd, of course.
Yeah, I had Fish Fan in there too.
Where do you even start with online betting with horse races? That's what I'd like.
I would just find like
TV. I tried to look into it, and then I tried to
just find one track and just like try to, you got to try to find what like shit you look for, like speed and shit like that. But I would start with just one track.
So yeah, it was a good day. Good day. Yesterday was not a good day. Thursday was a good day. Yesterday sucked. Today was good. So I'm expecting tomorrow probably to be shit.
Wait, Oaklawn Park. What did the final pick 4 paid, or pick 5 paid?
Yeah,
$964.
Yeah, that's what I hit.
That's actually not bad with it. Like there were 2 like 3
Bro,
to
with
5
with Charlatan and a doll in there, it paid
Wait,
$9.
you had Take Charge Dioro?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what kind of fucking shot was that?
That was the 9 horse.
See, you know what I would have did in the final pick 5? You could have singled Charlatan and Nadal, frankly.
Yeah, I did. I singled Charlatan, but Nadal. I had the horse that Nadal beat. I had King Guillermo and Nadal, so I was too deep.
See, I had Storm the Court, Nadal, and
the ticket cost $48 that I won.
Yeah, see, I lost in the final race. I had who did I take? I took the 5 and the 14 and like another horse, but I had
1, 4, 5, 9, and I left the 14 out, and I thought the 14 was going to be the horse that fucked me.
Yeah, I took the 8 instead of the 9. Ghostly Who? I took him instead because I think it was the same trainer that I'm trying to think.
Oh, that 8 had a nice price, $1,192.
Yeah.
If he would have won the pick 5.
Yep. But you look at the pick 4. I mean, the pick 4 paid $232.25 on a $36 horse involved.
Yeah, because Charlatan went off at what, 1 to 9, 1 to 5,
1 to 5, and then Nadal was like 3 to 5
Spread said he's having issues getting back into the stream.
Come on.
Is he
So it's
really?
not letting him. He says it's not letting him back in.
I'll try to send him an invite again. Oh, here he is.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet one Australian race.
Oh, boy. You're going to drag me into an Australian race right now?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 9 in Dubbo race 5.
What can I ask you what you're basing? What's the handicap here, Jeff?
He's racing well. Last outing, he was the favorite. He won by 18 over 1 meter, defeating a better horse. I don't know. I mean,
So, wait, it's the 9 horse at Dubbo
race 5, Star Ducks.
All right, I'm in, you mutt. I'm fucking in.
Yeah, and he immediately drops to 7-2. Or
What
no,
are
he
you
goes
betting?
up.
What are you betting? 20? 20 win?
Nah, 50.
50?
Yeah.
This fucking
He's
guy.
7-2. I mean, I'll win like 160, 170.
All right, I'm in for 20, bro. At Dubbo.
Fuck it.
I'm in. I can't let you win this without me. Fuck it.
I mean, if I win, I'm just going to bet the next race at Dubbo.
Of course you are. Oh, we didn't bet Wiseman? We didn't bet the 4 horse at 13-1? I like that name.
Wiseman.
Spread, I like that background, buddy.
Yeah. So, do we have any Star Wars fans in the chat?
I'm sure we do. The whole world except Jeff likes Star Wars.
Does anyone in the chat know where the background's from?
I'm gonna go with the Mandalorian.
Yep. Well, it's from Clone Wars, but it's the throne room in Mandalore.
Boom.
Yeah.
How you like me now, bitch?
Damn, Spread, there's a 6-5 in this fucking race. Holy shit.
Hey, so when I was logging back in, right, because I have to go through Twitter to get the link. Did you see that Killer Hornets is trending?
Yeah, there's like
what the heck is that? I didn't click on it.
I don't know. There's like this like bigger like hornet that's like now a species or something.
Should we be worried?
I don't think.
Is that another reason to stay at home?
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if this fucking Starducks gets it done for us.
I get a feeling he's gonna finish second.
So, like on these races that you guys are betting on right now, right? It's like low-level Australian racing, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, for us, I guess it'd be low level, but yeah.
Right. How much do you think that, like, the horse you bet on, like, if they were to sell it, how much do you think it would cost? Is it like $100,000 horse?
Well, this race is 12-3, so
12. So that means it's you can claim the horse for 12-3. There you go.
What do you mean? I could get that horse right now for $12,000.
12,300. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just show up to the track and watch it run, and then just buy it for $12,000. Right.
Well, you can put in a claim, and if more than one person puts in a claim for that horse, they basically pick a name out of a hat.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, there are certain races where you can do that.
Yeah, if nobody else claims them, yeah, that you could automatically get it.
Gabe Morency did that.
Yeah, my parents and my grandfather owned horses at Monmouth and the Meadowlands.
Yeah, Gabe just him and Cam Stewart just went and bought this horse for like a few $1,000s.
The barn fees will fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's so expensive, dude.
Yeah, because Jim Rome bought a horse, right? He was all into it for a while.
You got to do that if you have like a lot of money, like millions.
Yeah, like Pio Mai.
Yeah, or like if you just have a lot of disposable income.
You have a crap ton of money that you can't even spend legally.
Yep. Oh, Starducks is down to 5-2, Jay.
Oh, look out.
Late money coming in.
Look at somebody's dropped a bomb on Starducks.
It's probably all of us betting it, all the chat and stuff.
I don't like it. Now we're only getting 70 back for 20.
So I'll be getting like 170.
Did anybody hit the rainbow today? Or is it carrying over till tomorrow?
Not sure.
I have no luck at Tampa Bay Downs, man. The fucking death of me, Tampa Bay
The
Downs.
pick 5 at Gulfstream, the late pick 5 paid out $22.80.
Oh, that's a good number. Ken, the track name is Dubbo, and the race is going off in 1 minute, and it's the 9 horse. It should say Australian Dubbo.
AUB.
Yeah. Yeah, Rod Zawacki is a fucking beast. I cannot believe how many winners you've had since Thursday, Rod. You're absolutely killing it, bro.
This guy on TVG has a pick 4 for golf for all AUB. You want to get involved, Joe?
Don't start.
$14.
$14 pick 4?
Yeah.
That's fucking cheap.
Starts in race 6, which is in 41 minutes.
Fucking Jeff.
Dude, I honestly might bet this. Fuck it.
Oh, it's a 20-cent pick 4.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that, but I'm about to do that, honestly.
I didn't know you could do that either.
I'm actually tailing this guy. I want to see if it
Oh, yeah, but he's on the 3, bro.
No, this is for race 6.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually playing this. Fuck it. $14.40.
Oh, he likes, you know what? If we hit Starducks, I'm rolling it right over on the 9-1 shot that he picked in the next race.
He's got, in race 6, he's got 137.
Yeah, but his winner, is Gold Coach, the 3.
Yeah, that's a 9. He's got Matter of Factor, which is 15-2, and then What the Fuss, which is the 1 horse. Yeah, I'm playing this for $14.40. Maybe we get a nice price. The second race, he's got a 18-1 and an 18-1.
Midnight on Sunday morning, and we're betting 20-cent Australian pick 4s.
But the thing is, he's in the second leg, he's got 2 18-1s. In the third leg, he's got a 9-1, a 4-1, a 5-1, a 14-1. And
all right,
the final
we're
leg,
off at Dubbo, bro.
All right, let me know what happens.
We're
Dude,
off.
if this pick 4 comes in, it's going to be epic.
Where is he? They all wear green. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, did I hear Wise Man?
Hold on a sec.
Very quickly tracked forward by Starduck, Snip Silver back along the rails. The next one was Prospector's Helmet. Then came Schwanky Do, a couple back to My Little Soldier. Roto Oity was on its outside.
I think Starduck is decent. He's like 3 or 4.
On its outside was Last Wise Man at the 1,000. Leads out by about a length and a half.
Oh, is that him making a move?
Yeah. There he is.
Come on, Starducks. One time for us. All right, if he's got anything, bro, he's got the race.
Here he comes. Go. Here we go. Go. No.
No, he finished fourth.
So close. That 1 pound just couldn't. I mean, you couldn't pass.
What did he go off at? 1 pound. 9 to 5.
9 to 5. His trainer's name is Jay.
I hate that name.
Fucking Christ. That horse had a shot at the top of the stretch.
Yeah, he was in a good position.
Dude, play the pick 4. It's $14.
This fucking guy.
Dude, they're literally, look at the prices in this thing. This guy has like, if this actually wins, it's going to be worth like a few thousand.
I'll pay it. I'll play it only because it's a $14 ticket.
Dude, look at the last leg.
Yeah, 1368 to 1. You fucking idiot.
Like this guy has like some bombs here.
68 to 1? Can you imagine if El Rey Dorado won and I didn't have it?
Wait, what horse?
The 15 is 66 to 1, bro.
Really?
Yeah, in the last leg of the race, the last leg of the pick 4.
Why isn't the 15 not showing up?
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna get off. I have a Rambo marathon that I need to get started.
All right, take it easy.
I want.
All right, I'll call you in a little bit when we get off.
Okay.
I gotta call Jay at 9:30, so I'll probably call you in.
See you later.
All right, you suckered me in for another 1440.
We got 137 coming up here. We got a while, 30 minutes. I mean, seriously, if this comes in, it's going to be worth like a few thousand.
That's crazy. I mean, honestly, it's $14. Whatever.
Yeah, like the first leg, you got a 7 to 2, you got a 9 to 1, and then a 15 to 2.
You got something to root for an hour. You know?
Yeah, and the second leg, you got 2 18 to 1s. That's if that comes in, that's nuts.
Oh, Chris, you want to know what the exact pick 4 is? The first leg is 137. The second leg is 1-6. The third leg is 1-4-6-8. And then the last leg is 4-5-15.
Yeah, the 15's 25 to 1.
Yeah, it says 66 to 1 on my end.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be that high, but
yeah, I'll put it in the chat for you guys, no problem.
When are you signing off, Jay?
I mean, if you guys want to go now, we can go now. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, just let me throw this in the chat for the boys.
All right, guys, I'll talk to you.
All right, brother.
All right, Jeff, good seeing you.
Yeah, you too. See you later.
Yep. Cool, this is fun. Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out tonight, buddy.
Yeah, good one. So let me know if we're going to do one tomorrow evening, and then
otherwise
I'll just...
Ant wants to do something maybe late afternoon tomorrow after I get done with the Gulfstream card. You want to do something?
Let me confirm with you tomorrow morning just to be sure. Because Sunday I have my one friend that I do lift weights with, and I'm not sure what time we're going. But I'll hit him up in the morning, and then I'll let you know for sure the exact times.
All right, sounds good. I will. I'll be on tomorrow. Actually, if Jimmy's going to be on tomorrow, maybe I'll just hang out and in the chat with you guys, and not do a show tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I'll be around tomorrow, obviously somewhere with everybody for Gulfstream and Tampa Bay. And tomorrow night, maybe Anthony and Spread and me will come back and do something. And next Saturday, man, UFC 249 is going to be fucking epic.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
All right, we're out. We're out, guys. Enjoy your weekend. See you tomorrow.
All right, man. I'll see you soon.
All right, brother.
Later.